play the part of Shakespeare. I hide behind the ink and pen. I build up worlds and choose a savior. I write beginning, middle, end. I'm so tired of being a book on the shelf, tired of stories for somebody else. Think that I'm ready to start it.
Running wild and free. You got nothing on me, you got nothing on taking in to a new degree. Keep you lost in the smoke and debris. Breathing in ashes every night. Flames igniting as a light. Taking it higher all the time. Feeling the pressure on your mind. The heat is slowly rising. You know I'm gonna take you down. Temperature is climbing, leave you 6 feet in the ground. Deep rumbling like the thunder and the lightning. Keep running, burning embers, I'm surviving like a phoenix on repeat. You'll never burn me, you'll never burn me. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, 'cause I was born in fire. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. So light it up, baby. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, 'cause I was raised from the ashes. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I'm fireborn, baby. Get in the game, in the race, get that ace, get that getting all up in your face. Gotta get it down to the new round. Run it back, get it on track. Breathe it right, bring it on sight. Drop it like it's hot, make the beat drop. Breathing in ashes every night. Flames igniting as a light. Taking it higher all the time. Feeling the pressure on your mind. The heat is slowly rising. You know I'm gonna take you down. Temperature is climbing, leave you 6 feet in the ground. Deep rumbling like the thunder and the lightning. Keep running, burning embers, I'm surviving like a phoenix on
All right, everybody, welcome. I'm so excited to say this to season 7 of the Tilt Champions League, TCL. If you're cool, I am not, but I'm going to do my best. Excited to have you here. We have a spice rack of a series to start things off for this season's opener. I'm going to cheat. It's going to be the Penguin Pajama Party versus Tails Never Fails. And thankfully, I'm not going to do it alone 2 seasons in a row. Here we go. My fellow rehab brother, physical therapy rehab, because I blew my ACL out. He blew his
Good
Achilles out.
clarification.
Mr. Rudy, how's it going, man? We're going to have a fun series tonight.
Jaws, I am so excited to be back on the desk with you. It has been about 5 or 6 months since we've done this last, and I wouldn't want to be anywhere else right now. We got the season of the support captains, which is something that I've been jokingly looking forward to for ages, but now that it's here, we got to see what these teams have in store for us.
Yeah, we really do. And I gotta say, before we get started, shout out to Bush League for the memes. The man is an absolute artist, and I've just been thoroughly enjoying as a spectator. And also, just a big shout out to IREP for kind of stepping in, doing some new analysis. TCL alive and well. After 7 seasons, I have no idea why these nerds, yourself included, are back for another season of heartbreak and highs and lows and the roller coaster. But hey, here we are again. We're going to battle. I'm going to call it digital mech battles with fantasy creatures. I don't know what to call it. But we're going to have ourselves a best of 3. It's going to be fantastic. And we have got Go Mech. Oh, sorry. Almost Go Mega. Go Mega
Go medium.
Part 2.
Go medium is what
Go mid.
Go mid.
Go mid, says Dictator Abarn. And,
Yeah.
it's almost Go Mega. Plus
Mhm.
Espin, who Espin, hey, former champion, has been a rock for his team, incredibly aggressive, really great player. I believe he's been playing since the beginning of TCL. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff. On the other hand, we have the absolute wild card. Mr. Bully, we were on his team before. We've seen the highs, we've seen the lows,
Yes,
but
we
in
have.
terms of highs, he hit diamond just like probably a couple days ago. So he
Mhm.
is ready to rock. And Lemon, as the captain, I would say getting a little bit of flack for his draft choices, but he has got
Yeah.
some nuclear material at his disposal. And the question is, will we see a nuclear explosion in Abarn's face or a nuclear meltdown? I have no idea.
I was talking to Lemon after the draft. He was saying, "Yeah, originally I was just picking people that I know I would vibe with, and then it got to me. I'm like, well, I guess I got to pick Bully now." I think that's really indicative of the general opinion around him. As we get into draft here, it's Bully is a wild card, as you said. Him and Tony, a lot of unknowns in that area, but the talent, the solo queue climb, it's all there.
No, the talent
But
is undeniable. And I also want to say, yeah, Pulley and Tony are total coin flips, right? They can just
Mhm.
take over a game and end it in 25 minutes, or we're going to see a 3 hour, 45-minute each game Greek tragedy. That it's the
Yeah,
best way that I can describe it. As we see Udyr being banned away from Bully by Team A Barn, the Pajama Party, Zach being banned away, and then Varys as well. Interesting takeaway from A Barn. The bans are coming fast and furious. Lilia as well being banned away. We did see it. I did see a double AD comp in their match history with the Lilia. So a couple different options, and there's Seraphine aimed directly at Tailwhip.
that's right. I mean, that's probably the most engaging part of this matchup is Tailwhip and Ryoklu have a lot of familiarity with each other after playing side by side for an entire season that culminated in a championship. Now here they are on opposite sides of the lane in the same position. So how is it going to go?
Well, I think that's going to be the question. And Tailwhip, if you asked him, he would say, "Oh, I'm going to win because I'm better." You ask Ryoklu, she'd be like, "Well, I'm going to win because I'm better." So we'll have to
Yeah.
see what they're going to do.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see what is the level of aggression in the bot lane. Mordekai's their first pick. Sir Aaron was fantastic on that champion. Still a great champion. And that also, however, will push Spurg and Abarn. One of them is going to have to grab some AD. We saw a lot of Kazakhs from Spurg in practice games, so that could very well be it. Abarn has run the Yone. He does run the Aurelia. Aurelia is on the table. There is the Scion being grabbed for J-Bob. J-Bob and Sir Aaron, that top lane. Sir Aaron was fantastic last season. He really could bully J-Bob out. But Scion, he's solid. He scales. He can engage. He can really do his job, as we see second pick coming in shortly.
Yeah, I mean, I am really interested to see what happens with Lemon. He's no longer just the Soraka only player of the past. The man has put in the hours. He's been playing a lot of League and expanded his champ pool quite a bit. Oh, okay,
Nope.
interesting.
Nope.
So we had a Ziggs before. I think we probably had a DC from Lemon. Curious if that was an actual lock-in. I don't think it was because Bully is saying that he was unable to lock. So we will be remaking that lobby. But
Okay.
as we do, let's we got the Mordekaiser Scion top lane. Talk about those players. Talk about that matchup,
Classic.
right? What
Classic
we do know.
TCL. Classic
I mean,
TCL.
yeah,
Yeah.
Scion we saw all season last time, right? Just a super tank. So much disruption, able to go between lanes with his ult and do so much, stacking the HP on the W. And then Mordekaiser, points at you and suddenly it's a 4v4 and he might have taken out your most fed member, right?
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what they're likely looking to do with Sir Aaron. And that's what he did. He was
Yeah.
pretty much pick ban on Mordekaiser when it was available to him. And that's going to be the question: is Aurelia is on the table? Abarn could absolutely grab that if she's up and they want to run it.
Hmm.
That is potentially going to point to they're going to need some AP somewhere else, potentially in the jungle. I don't really see Ryoklu running maybe a hybrid in the bot lane, but Ryoklu wants to deal
Yeah.
the deeps. So I don't really see that happening. Could very well see Abarn just grabbing something kind of chill, scaly. Tony wants to snowball. Abarn wants to scale. That's likely what we're going to see. I want to know which assassin Tony's going to grab because Tony, if his jungle is any indication, he's probably going to run something that wants to blow up the Abarn Ryoklu carry combo.
Yeah, I was talking with a couple people who know Tony much better than I do
Interesting.
earlier, and the claim was that Tony is diamond on every role except for support, and he probably could do that if he cared to do it. So seen him in the mid lane after his jungle season before. The jungle season wasn't everything he wanted it to be, but now he has a chance to go against some true legends in
Okay.
TCL here.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. I want to talk about this Poppy pick real quick
yeah,
because
please
I
do.
was actually thinking about this because Briar is out. Bully
Hmm.
has a 70% win rate, almost the top games played on Briar on that diamond run. Poppy was one of those champions that I was actually thinking about as a way to dissuade the Briar pick, because Briar, we were joking, Briar's like a Dota champion where she jumps into the middle and she just auto attacks and she just drain tanks. There's the hybrid pick from Ryoklu that could be a mid lane Ezreal. I don't think so. Ryoklu has played a decent amount of Ezreal. Uh,
Oh, and there's the
okay,
Briar lock
there's the
in.
Briar. So Bully says challenge accepted. This is going to be a really, really fun skill matchup. Poppy versus Briar, where can Poppy hammer Briar out of the fight or get out of the terrorize range or the
Hmm.
terror range before Briar just runs the team over. And this is something I was actually hoping for this matchup because there's some fun little
Yeah.
counterplay. I'm not actually sure what the relative skill level, not skill level, scaling level is, right? Like who
Ooh.
wins the early jungle matchup? Maybe someone in chat can help me. But that's what I'm going to look for in team fights, right? Can Poppy knock Briar out of a fight and reset that fight? Or is Mordekaiser just going to save his ulti to just pull Briar out of the fight? Poppy does the same thing, peels away, and then when Briar comes back in, Poppy just knocks her out of the knocks her out. So there's some cool stuff here as we see second wave of bans. Yumi being banned from away from Espen, Morgana away from Lemon, and I just want to talk about Lemon real quick.
Yeah.
Lemon's got a lot of grief.
Mhm.
I think it's unfounded. I've always been a big fan of Lemon. I think Lemon is cool, calm, and collected, and has done an incredible job, not just improving, but being really, really solid. Yes, he gets caught
Mhm.
out every so often, but he overall, just watching his series over the years, I've really become a huge fan of his, and I'm really excited to see kind of him bringing it all together. Drafting the team he wants
Yeah.
and seeing what happens. So I don't know. Fingers
Yeah.
crossed here.
Two
As
notes
Lulu is
there.
the last ban, also targeted at Lemon.
I was curious, so I looked it up. The win rate for Briar versus Poppy is 0.69% favored, and like 50.69 versus 49.31 in favor of the Briar. So slightly
Okay.
Briar favored over the games that have been played since the champion's been out. The other point that I wanted to make was on the point of Lemon, everyone is his fan. Like at the end of the day, he's, as we said, gotten so much better. But even when he
Oh,
like season one,
let's
he
go.
still is the most likable guy in the Discord.
No, for sure.
Um,
Yeah, I
Also,
had to
the
react to the
funniest
Renata.
oh, absolutely. The
Yeah,
funniest
because
thing
yeah,
about
go
those
ahead.
support bans is they're both banning each other's pools. Like both of them play all four of those champions, so it makes me think they have a very specific idea of what they wanted. And yeah, we see the Renata right away.
Yeah, I Lemon he built up. I believe he started building up the Renata 2 seasons ago, and it really started to hit last season.
Mhm.
I remember him having some really, really solid ults and flipping those fights. They do have big time carry potential, reset potential from Tailwhip.
Mhm.
That could be a Tristana mid, so I'm not gonna
Yeah,
I'm not gonna hold that out. And that was kind of taking a pick away from Abarn. We're gonna see the Abarn pick coming down now. I don't think it's gonna be an Ezreal mid. I don't think we've seen Ezreal mid in a long while. So let's see what Abarn's gonna grab. There's the Aurelia.
Okay.
You got the hybrid damage with Ezreal. You got the Mordekaiser AP. I like it. What is gonna be the counter pick?
Into the Irelia, gosh, Pantheon's really good into Irelia, I think. I don't think. Oh, Renekton, another classic. Pick another AD bruiser who can get in Irelia's face and actually scrap instead of somebody who just a mage that when Irelia gets on top of you, you just instantly die.
Yeah.
I would be. I mean, I'm just really interested to see that from Tony. Renekton obviously doesn't scale quite as well as Irelia, but that doesn't mean he can't do a lot of work through the early mid game before we get to those massive team fights at the end.
No, absolutely. And as we start ticking down into the spectator delay, y'all, we have a brand new thing for you. For all of you armchair analysts that want to help us kill time, please do not kill people. Kill time on the spectator delay. Feel free to jump into the armchair analysts. All TCL production folks are eligible. If you are not in TCL or TCL production and you want to be an armchair analyst for our spectator delay, feel free to jump into this. Jump into the channel. We'll pull you down. Love to get your thoughts on this. But right away, I'm actually double checking just because I'm a boomer and didn't actually dive super deep into Briar just to see if Briar is dealing physical damage or magic damage. Okay, cool. First take here. This is a very physical damage heavy team. I'm not seeing a lot of true damage coming out of the side of Bully. I did get a note from Mr. Producer, thank you, Joa, that her E does deal a ton of magic damage. So there is some magic damage there, but on the other side, with the, I believe it's a Penguin Pajama Party. All right, cool. The Pajama Party has a classic Abarn comp, well balanced, scales beautifully. There's that TCL 30-minute sweet spot that most people try to hit. Yeah, the Lemon's team, once again, I'm going to double check team. Tails never fails. They are potentially going to fail or fall off. They've got Tristana for late game. I believe Briar scales nicely. Science scales nicely. They do have some late game scaling. But that Renekton is going to fall off a cliff. And I'm a little concerned about that, where if he doesn't get ahead and he doesn't really just smash that early lane, they're going to have some problems because Abarn's team is happy to farm, chill, and let Abarn shot call their way to a game 1 victory.
Yeah, it's a really interesting one. I mean, Briar, the whole thing is like the self-taunt, right? That's the biggest gimmick for the champion, and I'm very curious to see the interaction when Briar's taunted onto somebody else and Mordekaiser ults here, if that just breaks it out. Curious to see how that's going to play out. The other thing that is catching my eye here is the Thresh pick from Espen. Thresh is one of those champions where he's not inherently difficult to play, but he's very hard to master. And Espen is not the player in the league with the most games on the season. He actually hasn't played League in quite a while before he came back for this season. And I mean, Thresh has one of the most difficult hooks in the game to land from a support perspective. And as I said, like there's so many small things you can do on Thresh that make such a big difference. But at the end of the day, you always got your Lantern. You're always going to be useful. So I'm curious to see how he does pull it out. Because Espen is the biggest question mark from the support pool, from my perspective, being the only new one into the captain pool and the league in that position this season.
No, that's very true. And just another note, thank you, Joe, for making us look smarter. The mid jungle combo for Tails Never Fails is turbocharged in favor of them. They are going to be able to roll in. Aurelia is solid, but she does need to get going, right? She needs someone to start the engine. And Poppy is Poppy. Right, Poppy's going to kind of cruise around, do her thing. She's fine, but she's Poppy, right? You want her in those mid game, early game, mid game scraps. But in terms of a straight up 2v2, that Briar Renekton is just going to go absolutely bananas. Another thing I want to note, which is a little bit of a meme, and so I want to perpetuate the meme for the meme's sake. But Lemon does have a history of taking unfortunate skill shots, and Espen is fairly good at firing off skill shots. So when you have someone that's pretty good at firing off skill shots and someone that's fairly good at taking them, that's going to be something in favor of Espen. So while I do agree, Thresh definitely is a tricky champion to play, I like the extra safety for Ryoklu, and Ryoklu, as we've seen from last season, Ryoklu knows how to carry. And it seems like Espen's job is. Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
For everybody in the Twitch chat, the prediction is now live. Please give me your sweet, sweet channel points. This is the only sort of betting that I do on any sort of regular basis. I would like the big rush of dopamine that I get when my prediction comes true. And that leads us into the game here. And I would love to hear your prediction, Mr. Jaws.
I think that it's going to be Go Mega. We were talking about Go Mega. Is this Go Mega 2.0 Godfather Part 2, or is this Go Mega 2.0 straight to DVD sequel? I believe you had probably my favorite straight to DVD sequel, which was just absolutely atrocious.
Yeah, I mean, if anybody remembers Atlantis, the Milo's Journey, or whatever the first one was called, and you've watched the second one, the animation, the budget, the storyline, all not nearly as good. But I'm curious. I don't know. My channel points went towards the side of A-Barn's squad on, gosh, what is their team name again? Penguin Pajama Party.
Pajama Party.
Yeah. Wonder where that one came from.
No idea. No idea. Couldn't tell you. But it's pretty solid. But yeah, I mean, they've got a well-balanced comp. They scale well. I mean, Bully likes to do a tightrope, as we see Espen walking in, going to try to do a little jukes with tail whip. Oh, actually, he's able to yoink him back out. Tail whip, good discipline, though. He's going to be able to walk away. But we're already seeing, I think Espen heard you. He might have been listening to the stream and go, you know what, Rudy? I'll show you. I can hit a skill shot.
Yeah. I mean, people in the stream, not the controversy that it once was. As I said, I mean, there's a lot of question marks on the side of Lemon's squad. Are Bully and Tony gonna meld perfectly and snowball over everybody else, or are they gonna fight each other more than they do the opposite team? We'll have to find out. And then Espen, he's not tail whip, but is he going to be able to enable Ryoklu to be the ultimate carry that she was last season?
No, that's really what it's going to come down to, because we've seen tail whip play AD before, right? Even as a support, he was great. As we see Tony just getting up in there, trying to push A-Barn off of the wave, pushing him in, just keep him from snowballing. But man, we've seen A-Barn on Aurelia.
Gosh, that Aurelia farming.
Yeah, I cannot count how many times I've seen A-Barn on Aurelia, even just god awful early game, 0-3 and just like pops off in one game. So it's hard to bet against him when you've seen this movie many times. J-Bob missing the swing against Sir Aaron in the top side, but the bot lane really is going to be the tail. Can Ryoklu get moving before tail whip gets out of control? Because Tristana can get out of control in a hurry.
Yeah, note from our producer here and a couple people in the Twitch chat. Bully decided to play the early game on hard mode and flashed in place at his first or second camp. So we will not have that skills or that summoner spell for a while now. It's okay. You don't need that to gank on Briar, right?
I mean, that's the ultimate flex, right?
Early gank coming down.
So we see Flash Flay coming in from Espen. Exhaust goes down onto Lemon. Counter gank, however. Oh, no, actually, regular gank coming in from Spurg. Lemon's low. Lemon's flashed. Lemon's dead. First blood going to Espen. Slightly suboptimal, but they will take it as we are less than 3 minutes in. Great start for the Pajama Party.
Yeah, how does Tail get out of this one? He should have his W reset by now. He knows where Spurg is. He can always just jump over the pit wall here and be completely fine. Oh my gosh!
Oh, Spurg! Beautiful play. Forces the flash out. A-Barn's going to counter flash. He's going to get away with less than 10 health. Ignite burn, double sums. Wow, man. Knife's edge for the Pajama Party, holding on to their lead, but barely.
That was such a flashy play by Spurg. I know it didn't end in a kill, but it did blow the ADC's flash, which is awesome. And yeah, absolutely. The flash, what is it? Steadfast presence or something to deny the leap over the wall. It looked great. That was fantastic from Spurg.
Yeah, we saw some fantastic. We saw kind of two input buffers, right? We saw Espen canceling, pulling tail whip back right in the beginning, just more of a flex, but a great flash flay. Answering your question, right? We're not here to cast judgment. Some of us are. But we are here to really ask questions, right? Can they do this? And your question was, hey, can Espen pilot Thresh? That flash flay answers your question. He certainly can, and great first blood from him. Let's see if he can keep it up.
Yeah, I mean, just very exciting electric start to the game. A bunch of mechanical geniuses here, and J-Bob is in a terrible position right now. I do not think he's going to make it out of this one.
Yeah, it's going to be a rough one. Spurg goes in, gets the stun, flash out from J-Bob. J-Bob's going to try to get away, but Spurg is going to hammer away. Flash comes in, gets the bonk. Sir Aaron gets the kill, and that kill was a very long setup because Sir Aaron, I've been kind of watching it as it's go, was just wearing J-Bob down and biding his time. And that's what got him a title last season.
Yeah, J-Bob not in the best position right now. Gonna walk back to lane. I think the wave is pushing into him. Nope, changed his mind. Gonna TP. Down a few waves pretty early. Is gonna be able to catch his cannon, so that's nice. But just an unfortunate time to go check out the river and try to drop another ward. Spurg in a beautiful position and a bit more scrapping mid as Tony gets stunned.
Yep, there goes the stun and just slapping back and forth. Crocodile versus Blade Lady. Taking a quick look at the farm. They are dead even in farm, which is exactly what Aburn wants to be. At this point in time, Tony really needed that kill. He's going to be regretting that one. I actually was curious. I may go back and see how much HP Aburn had. I'm pretty sure it was less than 10. Just kind of surviving off of that last tick of the ignite. Nice knockback from Lemon. Espen trying to get it. Tail jumping out immediately. Ooh, boy, that's a little greedy and a lot of respect. They know they are, even though they're pushing in, they are a little bit, I'm going to say quote unquote behind, because while they are even in farm, the kill and the assist are on the side of, I was going to say Go Mega 2.0, but the Pajama Party. And Tailwhip is a little low on health and does not have any pots.
Yeah, I mean, that the Flay would have spelled death for him if he didn't jump out there. Bully, meanwhile, not on a gank yet, still just farming up a couple of camps on his lane matchup. And I'm just so excited to see what this Briar does when Bully lands those ults in this mid game.
Oh, but in the top lane, J-Bob is engaging. Sir Aaron pops a massive shield, but he could potentially be, oh my god, is he going to turn this one around? Yes, he is. Oh no, J-Bob. Oh, buddy. Good idea. Out of luck. Dark Seal gets fed, and that blasting one paying dividends, and Sir Aaron showing his comfort and mastery, I'll say, on that Mordekaiser to a beautiful start in lane, taking advantage of that early gank.
Bully's starting this Drake up, but is quickly forced off by Spurg in their bot lane, which does have Prio. But Renekton is on the rotation, and they might look to 4-man this dragon earlier. Siren does have TP. We are pre-14 minutes, though, of course. Not going to be able to come into a specific ward. And this dragon is taking a long time to go down.
Yeah, we see a bit of a split from the Pajama Party. Tailwhip goes in, trying to get the quick reset. Spurg is getting low. I think the
bomb.
Yeah, Knight's going to get it. Tony gets the kill, and they are going to finish this dragon, trying to stop it from resetting. Abarn is hovering around. It's him and Espen. Ryoku looks like she's backing, so bot lane not on the same page, and this is going to be a dragon pending a wild kill. And I believe Bully just flashed again. What?
What is up with his keybinds today? He is flashing on cooldown.
Okay, I see. He did Lamau. Thanks, Joa. Appreciate it. So that is 2 flashes down, 2 fat finger flashes. Unless there's something going on, that is 2 fat finger flashes from the jungler. Oh wow, what a beautiful threading the needle from Espen onto Lemon. Ryoklu trying to get things going and gets Tailwhip incredibly low. I think they're going to keep moving. Lemon has to flash out of mana, pushing in, flash in from Ryoklu. Spurg is trying to follow up, flash from Espen, but the minions are there and they get away. Ooh,
just barely, but Abarn is here as well.
But Abarn's there, going to try and clean it up, gets the stun. Lemon goes down. Is he going to go for it? Yes, he is. Yeah. That's the ult. That's the double kill, and there goes Aurelia. Engine started. 5-1, 2K gold lead. Here we go.
Not what you wanted to see. The good news is you can't look at Bully and say this is your fault for flashing twice. Nothing he's done has been, or nothing has happened as a direct result of that flash. But you gotta wonder, no matter how good of mental you have, if you accidentally fat finger your flash twice on cooldown, like that's gotta be not the best feeling in the world.
I remember I flashed the wrong way in a match, and it just makes you feel awful because you're like, or jumped the wrong way or dashed the wrong way. It doesn't matter, right?
I mean, that's guaranteed to be your longest cooldown. It's like not having that available.
Yeah,
what a shame.
It's just and also it's just like there is that mental toll of, man,
100%.
Shouldn't have done that. You know, and also you almost second guess it the next time. You're like, oh man, am I going to do that again? So there is sometimes a little bit of a hesitation. There is something I will say strategically. He, Bully does like to call the shots, so he may be like, hey guys, I pop my flash. I'm going to need a hard farm, right? Like, I will not be able to secure a kill. I will not be able to secure a gank. Let me hard farm to 6, and then let's make it happen, right? Just like play it safe, lane phase. So that may have been the conversation in comms. Yeah. I don't know. But I will say strategically, that is a conversation, especially if a flash goes down, trying to make the adjustment. And it looks like the Pajama Party just jumped all over it to a commanding lead pre-10 minutes.
Fruge pointed it out in the Twitch chat. Give credit where credit's due. The most likely explanation here is that Bully accidentally switched his flash and smite keys in terms of what they're on. It would make sense because he did it in the jungle and then right after the dragon, or right at the dragon, which is just really unfortunate. All those games doing the opposite of paying off is he has that ingrained habit of smite is here, causing him to flash a couple of times. That is a hard mental adjustment to make.
Yeah, muscle memory is brutal. I remember I tried to switch just to make it faster. I tried to switch my flash to spacebar so that I could always have it on my thumb. That was a trick that a former pro player was like, yeah, try that and see, because it's just a little bit faster. As we see another scrap coming in, ulti goes in, A-Barn goes down, ulti from Tony flashing out, counter flashing from A-Barn, going for the tower dive. Here goes Bully gets the counter kill, so a 1-for-1 Bully getting the shutdown, so he is back in this game. Still a pretty commanding gold lead, 2K, as we approach the 11-minute mark, but Bully making his presence known, Espen missing the hook, so, not out of this yet, but yeah, Pajama Party definitely in front here.
The sad part is that lane's not going to get any better for Renekton. Like, just the Ninja Tabby buy alone makes it so difficult for him to 1v1, because, as we said, Bully behind, but on a ward right now. Curious to see how Ryoklu and Espen are going to do this. Lemon's ult does come out. Does not hit anybody, but Ryoklu's about to run straight phase first into the Briar, sorry.
Yeah, there goes the Berserk. Ryoklu going low. There goes the Dota. Auto. Kill number 1. Let's see if they can get Espen down as well. I believe he is. Yep, there it is. That's going to be a double kill for Tail Whip, and that is exactly what they needed as we see J-Bob in the top lane. Quick bonk. Ulti going down from Sir Aaron. J-Bob's going to ulti to try to survive as long as he can.
Almost.
But he's in the next round. Oh, dodges the Q and gets out alive. Fancy footwork from him. Gonna get out of there. Dragon is spawning in a minute. And actually, Mr. Producer, could we get the portraits up just so I can see summoner spells? That would be fantastic.
Yeah, Sir Aaron playing right on the edge of turret there. J-Bob was praying that he could catch him underneath it. Sir Aaron did such a good job there, balancing that turret aggro. Great flash from J-Bob, though, over that last Q that absolutely would have killed him.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That was great play by him. He is known as the weak side king. Just, takes the hits, takes the deaths, and just does his best to stay in and stay relevant. That gets the Mordekaiser. That's gonna be a tall order, especially Sir Aaron's Mordekaiser. I'd be here to see in game 2 if they are going to ban that out, if it ends up being a problem. But the problem with this team is that there's a lot of stuff that they need to take off the table. So you really got to pick your poison here.
Yeah, looking at the micro a tiny bit right now, I don't know how I feel about the double Kindle gem purchase, but we'll come back to that. As we will.
As A-Barn jumps into 3 people, he's going to try to do his best, but he is going to go bye-bye. He dies 1v3, did burn his ulti. I'm not going to be able to, I can't really see if Flash is up. I'll try to get it on mine. As we see another solo kill in the top side as Dragon is being started up from Bully. They have great ward control. So it looks like this is going to be Dragon number 2 unless Spur can get a fantastic thing. No, he doesn't. Blast Cone's in. He's alone. Let's see. He does have flash up. He's going to actually go for the engage. As we see, the Dragon goes down, but so does a couple members. 1-for-1 right now. Jungle for support. And we see Bully flying in. He's going autopilot. He slays Ryoklu. And so that is going to be a 2-for-1 plus Dragon in favor of Tails Never Fails. So making sure that they're staying in this, and they have evened up this gold lead as Sir Aaron bonks this top lane down.
Exactly. That gold lead is all the way back to neutral. You got the kills exactly where you want them, right? You're scaling jungler, you're scaling AD, and honestly, Renekton, he's doing just fine. 4 plates knocked down in the top lane, though. That is rough. That is a lot of gold in Sir Aaron's pocket that is going to come in clutch as we transition into bigger and bigger team fights.
Yeah, absolutely.
3 mid as well. 3 mid from each side, it looks like. 1 plate for Ryoklu and Espen, and then 2 for Tail and Lemon down there too.
Oh,
so a lot of plates getting knocked off everywhere but top lane.
Yep. Yeah. Well, top lane.
Sorry,
top lane.
I was
gonna say the opposite. I certainly got it. And if we're looking, if we can take a look at the gold differential real quick, definite massive gold differential in the top lane. Was not gonna say. I'm gonna say kind of expected. With that matchup, Sir Aaron doing a great job historically against J-Bob. J-Bob not necessarily the strongest laner. More of a team player, mid to late game in those fights. In the bot lane, Tail Whip that double kill, really giving him what he needed. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it, right? You got Sir Aaron with the advantage in the top side. You've got Tail Whip with the advantage on the bot side. But most importantly, you have mid lane dead even, which is a massive L for the Renekton. Tony needed to snowball that. He didn't. He's going to start falling off that cliff, and Abarn is just going to keep scaling, already getting the Blade of the Ruined King. As we see Sir Aaron getting tagged, Bully's coming in. He's going berserk. He's going to get slap happy. Nice edge knock up, forcing the flash out from Sir Aaron. He's going to get out of there. Is Bully going to go for it? Yes, he is, but he's not going to be able to get it. And he's going to walk away as we see a couple caution pings coming out. So Bully making his presence known on this Briar. Perfect KDA so far. Great kill participation as we see a double bounce in. J-Bob's going low. Stun. See you later. Abarn grabbing the kill. And then we're going to see try to get the Spurg. Spur's going to get the double hammer bonk out of there, and he's going to be able to walk away. So a quick assassinate, kind of finishing off what they started with J-Bob, and they're able to get away. And that Poppy doing what he does. Sorry, doing what she does.
Really well played by Sir Aaron there to get away with his life. And yeah, as you said, Abarn and Spurg in and out, got the kill they could. Spurg said, see you later, guys. That's all we wanted to do here.
Yep, and that's exactly what we were expecting against the Briar, right? Briar goes in, she wants to stick to the enemy. Poppy Hammer says no. That the patience and the timing of that, just waiting for the Briar. Also, they knew the ulti was down, so you knew it wasn't going to get terrored away. So that's honestly what I'm going to expect to see in most of these fights. Abarn's going to go in, he's going to disrupt, and then whenever Briar goes in, where a decent amount of their gold is, Poppy's just going to save the hammer for him.
Yeah, they're going to start to run into the problem here of the waves are just going to be constantly pushed in, allowing vision and mid-game objective control over to the blue side because, as we talked about, a lot of plates got knocked down. First turret did completely fall in the top lane, which means now Mordekaiser is free to push the wave, disappear, and do whatever he wants on the map with the lead that he has gained for himself. Has an item and a half ready to go.
Yeah, he does. He's got that Rylai, so he's also going to just keep winning these 1v1s and just chasing J-Bob down. J-Bob does not have a completed item. As you see Spurg coming in, trying to make something happen. Nice knock away from Lemon to keep things from getting bad down there. But yeah, we got Blade of the Ruined King on the bot side. Aurelia starting to go a little tanky, grabbing the Aegis. But we see Bully jumping over, trying to grab Spurg, gets stunned. Chasing it down. The rest of the team is there. Great lantern from Espen, gonna keep Spurg safe. And yeah, that's what I'm expecting happening is we're gonna see a hard dive, hard push from the side of Tails Never Fails, a disengage and a re-engage, some fancy footwork from from the Pajama Party, and that's just stalling out and scaling up.
Yeah, we got first items completed most across the board, but Spurg coming back in for another one.
He really has a great angle on Tail Whip. There is the counter engage from Lemon. There goes the hit. The hit does not hit anybody. Flashing from Espen to keep Tail Whip locked down, but Bully coming in for the counter engage. Abarn is there as well. Teleporter coming down from J-Bob. So this is going to be a full-on party double kill for Tail Whip. Tail Whip getting the resets, trying to slam away. He is down, though. Spurg going low, Spurg going down, flashing from Abarn. Lemon actually able to get out of there, stay alive, knock up, stun. Abarn going back in to try to finish off the kill from Lemon. Tony, however, is there. And then up top, we've got Sir Aaron just beating down on Briar, getting that shutdown. So a bloody 3 for 2 in favor.
Lemon played that so well.
That was great. And this is going to be another dragon for Tails Never Fails, setting them up for Soul Point, unless Sir Aaron can do something absolutely wacky.
It's going to be pretty difficult. I mean, Sion doesn't have his first item yet, but he's very tanky with Lemon there to help.
Yeah, they're actually going to jump off to try to secure the
bot.
kill. Yes, she is. She's coming in from the back. She's probably going to be able to snipe out. Oh, no. Actually misses the skill shot onto Lemon. Don't think it would have been enough. Tony, however, is just kind of still jonesing for a kill. Gets exhausted. Gets low. Tail Whip has now respawned. He's going back in. We're in full Fiesta mode, folks, as we see another 3 kills going to Tails Never Fails, and they're just gonna get this dragon at this point.
Yeah, I mean, Bully is back. It looks like the people who have respawned, Spurg and Abarn, for the side of PPP are not looking to do it, which means they will be put on Soul Point. But oh my gosh, as a support, that tends to be where I focus. Lemon played those fights so well. I am very impressed with you right now, sir. Kudos.
Oh yeah, the positioning to keep Abarn's attention. Oh yeah, well it's the make creating that juicy bait for a mobile assassin where you think, yeah, I can get him. Yeah, I can probably get him, and that's great, right? Baron spawning. We see Bully going for the Baron spawn. Spurg is trying to sneak out one last Herald before the Baron spawns. Might need a little bit of DPS help in order to get there because Baron's about to pop. So Rest team is going in. We see Abarn actually kind of getting the inside angle on Tony. J-Bob is there. Stun does not hit on Tony, but stun does land on Abarn. Abarn gets chunked out a little bit, and that's just going to push Spurg off of the Herald, and we're going to see ourselves another potential fight. Definitely a fight. All 5 members of Tales of Affairs are there. Sir Aaron puts Bully into the Shadow Realm. Bully is gonna stay alive somehow. Tony going deep into the backline, pushing Spurg out. Spurg not that tanky, having to flash out himself, and now we've got Prio, but the Briar is low, so I don't know if they're going to be able to do this potentially. But in the bot lane, while it's okay, they're going to go for it. In the bot lane, though, it looks like Ryoklu trying to apply some counter pressure into the bot lane. Teleports coming in, so it looks like, yeah, definitely Pajama Party is going to try to contest this. Espen rolling up, going to try to get a hook. TP coming in from, let's see, yep, TP coming in from Sir Aaron. They do secure the Baron. This is a 5v3 situation, but what are they going to do? Are they going to fight? Or are they going to wait? It's Bully. They're fighting. Here we go. Bully goes berserk, jumps in on Abarn. Lantern is there. Are they going to disengage? Sir Aaron getting low, trying to disengage, gets knocked, gets stunned. Bully is deep. Bully is dead. This could be the counter engage that they're looking for. Tony, however, still alive. Abarn goes down. Tailwhip gets the kill. Does potentially have the reset. Yes, he does. There's the exhaust. Reset number 2. Double kill. Could this be a triple? Yes, it will. No, come on, Tony, give him the triple.
I think he's gonna get it here.
On his own. Here we go. Triple kill for Tail, and Tails never fails in that fight, and potentially in this game 1. I might have to eat my words. They have flipped this game on its head.
Tailwhip is enormous right now. It was quiet before, but it is now extremely loud. And that's like the 4th clutch bailout that I've seen from Lemon that has saved somebody at the last second, got them that gray health that rapidly decays and then respawn, bringing them back to life. Oh my gosh, the Renata play is nuts right now, and Tailwhip gonna go back probably, I don't know, buy longs or another BF, maybe a full item. I'm not sure. Yeah, 2300 in his inventory. Not quite on 3rd item yet, but he's pretty darn close.
So let's remember, folks, the last time we looked at this graph, we said, oh, it looks like Sir Aaron's got a bit of a lead, and Tailwhip's also got a bit of a lead on Ryoklu. Well, that lead is a monster one now. So it's all going to be about Tailwhip. This is what we saw when he was playing AD. Like when he was playing Marksman, it was, all right, cool. Is Tailwhip alive? Great. Funny enough, that was Ryoklu last season, right? Oh, is Ryoklu alive? Great, she's going to carry. Ryoklu not looking so hot right now, right? Does have the 2 items.
A bit rough time of it.
Yeah, just missing a couple of skill shots. You don't typically see her miss. But Tailwhip is just going absolutely bananas. And yeah, you said it. The team play off of Tails Never Fails. Renekton is doing a great job just being a disruptive bruiser. Bully is drawing all of this aggro to himself. Everybody's kind of doing their job and lining up. And funny enough, yeah, Penguin Party doesn't actually look like they're on the same page. They're taking a lot of lopsided fights, which is a bit surprising to me.
Yeah, I mean, it's what a banger of mid game this has really been so far in our season opener. Just so much early aggression from Spurg, followed up by just team fights that have swung on a knife's edge, people surviving with slivers of a health bar, leading us to this spot right now where the Dragon, Gold, Kill, not quite tower lead yet, but soon to be, are all in the favor of Lemon's squad. And you see objective bounties have come up. They have this Baron buff probably for another 45 seconds. Let's see what they can do with it as they look for a pick on Spurg in the jungle.
Yeah, what they're going to do is they're going to try to catch Spurg. Spurg's going to run away. Tony's actually going to dive straight in, gets the stun, buffers it. He's going to be able to survive. He is tanking this tower. There's a clutch Renata ult. Tony stays alive. What? Oh, great snipe from Ryoklu.
Ryoklu with the snipe, though, yeah.
Yo, can we just call out Tony for his team play? Holy moly, right? Tony's known to be kind of the solo carry, but he is being the frontline beefcake that he needs to be, tanking that turret, trusting his team, and setting them up 2 for 1, and Soul Point Dragon about to pop. The timing of that fight is exquisite.
I mean, at this point, your bright spot is Sir Aaron, who is quietly sitting up there 5-1 up 60 farm on his lame opponent. But as this soul point spawns, they are looking to set up a little trap in the jungle. Espen not moving. Interesting. They
no.
were not on Vision there, and he
But they don't have
he
to,
felt it.
right?
He felt something in his soul.
You know, he did, and it's actually it's a clever play because they know they want to get. I think I would guess the conversation is it's Cloud Drake. It's okay, unless I missed something this season. They buffed the crap out of Cloud Drake. It's Cloud Drake, right? It's
I don't
great.
think so.
Yeah.
I think it's the
Cloud
same
Drake,
that it's always been.
To be fair, though, Cloud Drake is great for this team, right? Briar loves the movement speed. Renekton loves the movement speed. They want to stick and set Tail up for a reset. Briar's really great at that. Renekton's really great at that. So the movement speed is great. Gives Lemon even more mobility to stay alive, and we've already seen him make such great use of that. So there's some good stuff. On the other side of the table, it's only about 4,000, a little less than 4,000 gold lead in favor. The scaling is still there for the Penguin Pajama Party. So if they can keep their cool and stall things out, maybe get a couple of picks on Tail Whip, that's going to be the question, right? Tail Whip stays alive, this game's over. We're going to game 2, right?
Yeah.
If they can pick off Tail Whip, we may have a very, very long game on our hands.
Absolutely. I mean, Tony is doing a great job sitting mid too. Did what he had to do in lane. Kept A-Barn from going bananas, but team fight breaking on the top lane as J-Bob drifts on in.
Yeah, this is going to be another lopsided one. We've got Sir Aaron pull Tony into the Shadow Realm. Spurgs just says, see ya later, gets stunned for his troubles. He's in a duel with Tony. I don't know if you want that one. Ignite goes down. Last Tick is going to grab it, and this is just all Tails never fails. Tails succeeding where he needs to be. Godlike, God tier, and doing his job. Chasing down, flashes forward. That's a confidence flash. Is Espen going to finally get the shutdown? Oh, he goes golden, delaying the inevitable. See you later. Gets P-shot. Goes legendary. Tail Whip is feeling himself right now. And that is I'm going to call it a dirty ace because Tony went down, but that is the person that you want going down. They are rushing down mid lane to try to take down this inhibitor.
Yeah, no major objectives. Baron spawning in about a minute now. It turns out that no matter how bad you beat up the Sion in the lane, when he hits 2 items, that man is difficult to kill.
Oh, they're just going to take Baron.
Thought?
Okay, I thought they were going to go for inhibitor, but they're just going to settle for top outer, which is great. Crack that lane open, and yeah, Baron is spawning right now, and with the damage that they have and a very very fed Tristana, that thing is gone.
Yes, I mean it might be season 7 of TCL, but people still take the safe plays when they see them. Games don't tend to end quickly because people are always scared about that throw. Which, yeah, that's fair. I've thrown enough games myself.
I mean, respect to them. And yeah, with the spawn timers, even though you have a Tristana, I'm just gonna they have a 13-2 Tristana with a Briar, so they do have the deeps to do it. But respect for them playing it slow, taking their time. I always call it the bow constrictor, right? Squeeze, let them exhale. Squeeze, let them exhale. Squeeze. That's gonna be a guaranteed win. They want to make sure they get a win because let's be real. You, me, and probably a lot of people were, especially after Champions Left, were expecting them to lose. And I love being proven wrong because they are playing incredibly well and showing that, yeah, you can have an AD heavy comp. As we see, Bully catches A-Barn in a back. Tony is there as well. Great double stun, but it's not going to be enough. Tail Whip continuing to just put an absolute beat down onto these folks, gets another kill, gets a double, 15-2. They're going to be able to push down in this top lane. I mean, they can pick any lane they want, but yeah, it's going to be the top lane, push this one down, and now they can pretty much do what they want. The world is their oyster, and the question is, who will they eat next?
Yeah, I'm going to call it out here. I don't know if Surin thought he had an angle there. He's like, okay, me and Tristana, she might be fed, but at the end of the day, she's still Tristana, and I'll come back to this after this fight that's breaking out.
Yeah, it's not really much of a fight. Oh, now it is. All right, Bully's going in super deep. It was 2 turrets, now it's 1 turret. He really wants to kill Ryoku. Ryoku kiting back. Bully actually gonna survive. Wow, they're just throwing their wallets at them at that point. Ryoku just desperately trying to stay alive. That is unfortunately what an Ezreal looks like when it is not fighting forward. Oh boy, that's going to be a rough one. So yeah, Penguin Pajama Party got a lot of questions that they're going to need to answer, and Tails Never Fails have pretty much answered all of the questions we had for them in this game. Won a commanding lead. Should be the win. I'm not going to jinx it quite yet. They're looking good in Nexus turret number 1 going down. Here come the minions. Probably going to be number 2. They're just going to pad their KDAs a little bit. Tony and Tail, however, they're going to knock this one down and finish it off. Tail finally dies, but so does the Nexus. And wow, Tails never fails with an absolute beat down for game one of this season opener.
Yeah, a couple things to call out. One, I don't know if Sir Aaron had realized that Tail Whip had enough gold. He had already paid the Mordekaiser tax, had that QSS ready, raring to go, instantly dropped the ult there. And yeah, when Briar hits that ult, it's not a choice of if Bully wants to go in. Bully just goes in. It makes it easy. It takes it out of his hands. Guys, I had to. That's what my champ does.
Yeah,
There's taunt, I
notice
hit,
it. Yeah.
This is the only choice I have. I go forward when it's taunted. Can't break out of that one.
No,
But yes,
yeah.
absolutely 29-minute game for game one of season 7 in our opening series. Winners goes over to Tail.
Yeah, I mean, enough said. I don't think there's anything. I'm getting an instant re-rack. So y'all, we're going to take a quick break, and we come back. We're going to see game 2. Will the Penguin Pajama Party right the ship and do what, frankly, a lot of us were expecting them to do? Or will Taylor's Never Fails tell them to sit down, shut up, and take their medicine? We'll be right back.
Heavy is the head that the crown sits soon. Feel it weighing down on my shoulders. Rules are meant to break by the proudest ones. Money on my head cause I'm lawless. Taking no relate, walking down this road. I don't relate, being the same, ain't no debate. Cause rules are meant to break by the proudest ones. Didn't do recon, but they wanna lead him and guide him straight and tip him off axis. I was in the belly of the beast, meanwhile they was cutting man deep like sickle or mantis. I've been winning off practice, not clout or digital captions. World's in madness, how am I gonna manifest greatness if I don't make actions? I don't need reasons, I just need money and power and stat lift. I don't wanna do it like that, that method's too underhanded. The big man said it ain't landing, never gonna profit off badness. Never got a dollar off sadness, but I've been sunk so I don't do sanctions. Heavy is the head that the crown sits soon. Feel it weighing down on my shoulders. Rules are meant to break by the proudest ones. Money on my head cause I'm lawless. Taking no relate, walking down this road. I don't relate, being the same, ain't no debate. Cause rules are meant to break by the proudest ones. Came in this game with a serious killing instinct, but I never did courses. Look at all the times in the past they rejected him, now they wanna imitate patterns and forces. Stone eye vision like Gorgon. Terrified look in his eye when he finally realized all of the weapons that he brought to the war ain't forming. I've been giving this heart and body and soul and mind and organs, knocked to my fingers bled. Now it's through skeleton keys and door kicks, treading with means and caution. Man, I had bellies to feed from morning. So if they start selling me dreams, I'm walking. Yeah. I was uncomfortable, man, I was scared. Looking for solace and they wasn't there. Now I'm a problem and they wouldn't dare. Yeah. Doubling down cause this game isn't fair. They loaded the dice, I came in prepared. Feeling this so out of body, I feel like I'm floating on air. How do you cope when they never gave you hope? Really left you in the cold, and it's weighing heavy on your soul. To be honest, I don't know. Either way I had to grow, get it together whatever the weather, and carry that tribulation to the throne. Heavy is the head that the crown sits soon. Feel it weighing down on my shoulders. Rules are meant to break by the proudest ones. Money on my head cause I'm lawless. Taking no relate, walking down this road. I don't relate, being the same, ain't no debate. Cause rules are meant to break by the proudest ones.
seconds.
Alrighty, everybody, welcome back to see our season opener of season 7 TCL, and we have got ourselves a wild one with the Penguin Pajama Party. I would argue the favorite on paper. It is, first game of the first week of the seventh season, so it's all speculative, but they were definitely favored. Champion Select looked good. Early game looked good, and Tail Whip proved why Lemon first picked him. A lot of people ask, Lemon, why did you first pick Tail Whip? That's why. What do you think, Rudy?
I mean, I think you're absolutely right. It was there's nothing wrong with saying that they were A-Barn squad was the favorite on paper. They are the returning champions minus one member, but that one member came back with a vengeance and said, "You guys ain't nothing without me." That was the statement that was made in game one. A lot of season left to play, and even more importantly than that, a lot of league left to play tonight. That is just one game. As we get into draft here, adjustments that I think we're going to see, there's no way we see Briar a second time.
Yeah.
Like, I'm surprised we saw it a first time. I'm glad we did, but surprised.
No, it was fun. It was fun to see, fun to watch. I mean, I remind folks that for the first 10 minutes, Bully did not have his flash. so they were able to overcome that. And one of the big questions for Tails Never Fails was, how's the mental, right? Are they, and I equated them to nuclear material, right? Are they going to be able to direct that explosion towards the Penguin Pajama Party, or will we see a nuclear meltdown? And we saw a tactical nuke launched straight at their nexus and got them that game one. As we see Renata, another adjustment.
Complete adjustment, yeah.
No major adjustments actually on the side of Tails Never Fails. We see Zach still, we see Lilia still. Trying to remember what the third ban was from game one.
I really have no recollection at all.
Yeah.
Of what the third band was.
Yeah, my brain got so scrambled from the end of that game that I forgot. No, it was the Gwen. It was the Gwen.
It was the Gwen.
So interesting.
They made it easy for us by doing the same thing again.
Yeah, thanks, y'all. Appreciate it. All right, yeah. So pretty double ban adjustments for Penguin Pajama Party, taking the Briar, taking the Renata. Both of them definitely made a huge impact, and Lemon looking fantastic on the Renata. We said it before, he does get memed a little bit. And
great game from him.
He did eat a couple of skill shots early, but he cleaned it up quickly, and his footwork, his baits were beautiful. As we see, they are just going to go back to the well. Sir Aaron's Mordekaiser was great, right? He got really far ahead and was just fantastic. As they say, he wasn't the problem.
No, he was not at all. I mean, Scion, you can, as we said, smack him around the lane all you want. At some point, he's going to get a couple items and an extra 1,000 health from his W passive and just be really... okay, J-Bop throwing down the gauntlet, though. Says, I'm not playing to scale this time.
Okay. This is spicy. I like it.
Extremely spicy. The Darius into the Mordekaiser. I mean, Darius loves a melee matchup, but Mordekaiser's fine when you fight in his burn zone too. So curious to see how that one goes. Sivir locked in for Tailwhip, another hard scaling, position heavy, just micro intensive pick.
Yeah, that's a Tail Whip classic too. And what I really like about it is it gives him a go button. So depending upon what Bully grabs, Bully may not have a go button. So trusting another high level player with that go button, and Tail Whip has great engage instincts. As we see the Jarvan. Alrighty, we're gonna be changing
really hard about that Kha'Zix you wanted.
Yep, and that,
real hard about it.
Well, that was the thing I was curious about: is are they going to adjust the jungle? Because Poppy, she's a Poppy, right? She's a Poppy. She protects. But she doesn't quite have the playmaking potential. It's more of the
classic
counterplay. There we go. Yep.
Go Mega classics right here.
Okay. Hey, Joe, are you getting flashbacks? Because this looks exactly like every season you played with A-Barn.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they're saying, hey, you know what? Won us a season last year. Rise and Jarvan and Mordekaiser. Let's do it. And locking in the Lulu before he could get banned away. Sivir Lulu, what a safe lane. Ezreal taken away from Ryoklu. Not going to get to poke us out again. I don't know about that ban. I don't think Ezreal was really the problem.
No, I'm going to take a look real quick at Ryoklu's match history. Ezreal is kind of most played by a fair margin, but Ryoku can play everything.
She can play anything, though.
Yeah, so that's
She's
really
got one of those champ oceans. You're not banning her out. Just what do you not want to see? And I guess Ezreal is too safe. They want something that they can get on top of,
Yep.
probably.
Yeah, and they're going to target bully, probably target bully with the second half because they have mid and jungle have not shown yet, and those three are very obviously top and bot. So it's going to be mid jungle. I'd be curious if there's another jungler, and they already took the Mordekaiser away. So yeah, now it's Briar Udyr, Mordekaiser off the table. Taking a look at bully's pool, really quick. Briar Udyr has been the most played. The Karthus is still on the paper. Xin Zhao, he plays a great Xin Zhao in the jungle. It's solid. We've seen it. I don't know if he necessarily feels confident on it, as we see Morgana being taken away from Espen. Espen's Thresh was fantastic. He looked great in terms of Lantern. His Lanterns were on point. Like we said, we were asking questions about his mechanics. There's the Karthus. Okay, they are hard target banning bully at this point. I'm curious if we're going to see the Xin Zhao come out, just because it's deep. It's kind of deep in his pool, but he knows how to play it. He's confident in it. Or if he's going to go with something a little bit more classic and tanky, because they have a ton of damage and a ton of rundown. Maybe a Maokai. Maokai would work great. Trundle also fantastic. We'll see. Yep, there's the Trundle. Yep. All right, I like it.
It's fine. When I look at a team comp, if I don't see some like hard way of engaging, it makes me a little bit sad. But that is probably my personal preferences more than anything else. Like they can absolutely run you down, but you got to make sure that they're still there when you get to that spot, So Ari locked. Wait, what? Is that a bot, an ADC Ari?
Oh, it might be a double AP. Interesting.
I mean, I guess you could play it in the bot role if you wanted to, or is it they're just gonna put the Rise down there? No, because you kind of want Rise to get those levels. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I'm confused too.
That's so much AP.
I'm very confused.
That's 4 AP and one like hybrid damage tank.
Okay.
Okay, we're in for a spicy game too. Everyone, lock it in.
I'm gonna withhold judgment until 10 minutes.
I don't know what else to say now.
That's my general read when I see something kind of wild and wacky. I'm gonna withhold judgment. All right, Lissandra, I like it. Solid, chill. It lets Tony go in. And by the way, you were asking about an engage.
Yeah, no, I love that pick actually. I couldn't think of a mid laner that rounded it out. There we go. Got it.
Also, something to talk about. Also, once again, y'all, if one of you would like to be an armchair analyst, feel free to jump into the armchair analyst channel. Help us while away the spectate delay and try to figure out why Ryoklu picked Ari. Because that's what we're going to be doing for the next 2 minutes. On the other hand, I want to talk about Lissandra real quick. I like the fact that she can also kind of push Rise in. Rise doesn't have, he can wave clear, but Abarn just kind of wants to sit and farm. I like that she can push things in, and it also will give Trundle a little bit of priority. Lissandra can also kind of jump over the wall if Bully wants to invade, which Trundle also likes to do. So there's a lot of options for this. But yeah, every single lane on Tails Never Fails, it just wants to punch you in the mouth. And I loved casting those kinds of games. But I'm really, really confused by this Ari pick. I'm trying to think, are there alphabetically any champions that may have been close, like Aphelios?
I mean, maybe, but at this point, like, they would have said something about it. I'm reading in Twitch chat right now, and apparently, like, ADC Ari with like Static Shiv became a thing after like the LeBlanc nerfs came through, but it's typically played top lane, so it's not unheard of. It's just unusual to see in the bot.
Okay.
Wave clear. Thank you, everyone who's telling me these facts to make me sound like I know what's happening in this game, because I'm just personally excited to see it.
Yeah, seriously. And by the way, if any of you know anything, you want to talk about it on stream, neither of us have seen this build before, so we'd love to get some extra insights. But yeah, that makes sense. I'm getting a little bit of a note from our fantastic producer. Shout out Joa Rookstout, being awesome as usual. Feeding us whatever needs to be. He's saying it's a lot like AD LeBlanc, which was a huge problem recently. It plays a lot like Ezreal, except with Wave Clear, Triforce, second item, which, yeah, I could absolutely see that. If you think about it, Ari's got 3 dashes, so she's going to be super duper safe. She also has that hard CC, which is great. They got some solid pick off. Yeah, ton of pick potential with this team. A lot of mobility, so I'm expecting them to be flying around. Meanwhile, on the other side, we've got a total death ball. With a nice rundown, solid engage. Love that Tony has a go button, Tail has a go button. I mean, I don't know, man. It's I'm sold on Tails Never Fails. They look great. Even with the rough early game, it looks like they kind of worked out the
There's nothing
kinks.
about that
And
team comp that
no.
makes me think they're gonna have gaps in the way that it should play out, but it's always about how it does play out. You know, it's not a game that happens on paper. It's a game that happens on our screens with people behind the keyboards doing their absolute best to pilot them to success. And this is this is a statement game from A-Barn, right? Like, okay, the first one playing typically to our comfort, you know, with the Irelia didn't quite work out. What if we do the same thing but completely different and pick an Ari Yumi bot lane? I still, again, like, people are saying, oh, it's not that weird, but I've never seen it before, and it's pretty weird looking to me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say it's weird. If it's meta, right? And we have seen weirder things. I mean, let's not forget it's whack. Okay, never mind. I mean, I'm hearing it's whack. So, as the kids say. But yeah, I mean, dude, I remember AP Trinamir. Like, I don't know if you remember AP Trinamir back when
I don't remember AP Tryndamere.
All right,
What was
we're gonna
AP
go. We're gonna
Tryndamere?
take a trip. We're gonna take a trip down memory lane in the last 10 seconds. So AP Tryndamere, fun fact: ability power used to be like the power of your abilities, not magic damage. So
Okay.
Tryndamere used to have AP ratios on his abilities. So what he would do is he had an AP ratio on his dash.
Oh, so
you would-
everything scaled off of AP is what you're saying.
I believe it was his dash and his heal scaled off.
Mhm.
So what people would do is they would stack AP, and you would dash into someone, hit them a couple of times, dash out because you'd have insane cooldown reduction, and you'd press your W and heal to full. So you would basically get down to like 25% health, but because your heal scaled off of AP, you would heal back to full health, and you would just do that forever. It was ridiculous, and it got
that
nerfed
sounds like
into
a
oblivion.
problem.
So over the years, we've seen some silly things. So the idea of an AD Ari on paper makes sense, right? Sure. Plus, you get a Yumi. It's Fox plus Cat. Let's go. Let's have some fun. Who do you think is going to win, Rudy?
I mean, I feel like I gotta give it to the classic here. Like, I can't look at these team comps and the players behind them. Well, I'm okay. I've been wrong. I'm 0 for 1 so far in the season, and that's about what my record is all time. Pretty close to. So I am gonna put my eggs in the Tails Never Fails basket, and I think they're gonna drop a game here. Nope, I think they're gonna win and not drop a game here. Sorry, that was completely backwards. What about you?
Excellent dance moves. Buh.
You're gonna give it to the odd whackness that you're seeing on the screen?
I think that so here's my take. I think that Tails Never Fails played with a pretty significant disadvantage and still clobbered that mid to late game, which is A-Barn's strength. I would have a hard time betting against them. And I also, especially with Tail Whip with a go button, Tail Whip with a go button and Tony with catch potential, like I like it and I want to see it. So I think I'm gonna go 2-0. Tails Never Fails. Please. We'll see. I mean, I'd love to see a game 3, but I don't think it's going to happen. It just seems like they're locked in. And Bully is a momentum player. When he has the momentum, he goes. And it looks like they are locked in.
Yeah, I'm not sure about. I mean, Trundle's Trundle. He's going to be pretty difficult to kill as this game scales on without some sort of consistent DPS, which Rise isn't going to bring until much later. As we get into the game here, as you said, the J-Bob versus Sir Aaron in the top lane, so much poke, is going to be a statement game from J-Bob. Can he pick damage and not just have to be on tank duty all season? It looks like he's doing Darius things early, which is what I want to see from the guy. So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. And then I'm just gonna take a look real quick. Okay, so it's so we've got
do your predictions now if you got one. Sorry.
Yep. Internet points. I'm just taking a look at Ari's I'm just looking at Ari's build just to see what she's got. Okay, so she's running. What is she running?
It looks
okay, so she's running Fleet Footwork, Presence, Alacrity, Coup de Grace, Taste of Blood. Okay, got it.
And Cleanse.
And Cleanse, yeah. Actually, a great note. Yeah, she's also running Cleanse.
I mean, that's good for what Polly and Lysandra are.
Yeah,
I think that's about what you're cleansing this game.
Yep, yeah. Polly
on the invade.
It's mainly going to be Lysandra, as we see Bully, and no, he did not get it. Good, nice try though.
Good effort though.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm expecting out of him. Is I'm expecting him to go in and just be a nuisance in the jungle and prevent Spurg from do what he wants to do. But oh man, J Bob on the wrong end. Nice heal out. Sir Aaron's coming in, but here comes Bully. Nice pillar coming in. Sir Aaron is low, flashes out, gets slowed, gets hit, gonna be able to get out. And J Bob is going to be able to heal up off of that minion wave fairly low. Spurg is there, goes in. Actually, I believe he missed the knockup, and Bully is just going to try to beat the tar out of him. Spurg, however, has the blue buff. Bully does not. Spurg also has a level advantage, so they're actually going to push Bully out of this. Bully wants to stay, and Spurg is on a ward. Flash in, pulls in. Wow, flash, counter flash. It's going to be a 1-for-1, and Bully is going to try to clean this one up. I believe he can. Flashes in, double kill for Bully, and that's what Tails Never Fails wants in that top lane. Bloodbath, Trundle getting ahead. Let's see what he can do with it.
I mean, J-Bob being the team player right now didn't get either of those kills. Both first blood and the third death of the game went over to Bully. He may be down a couple of camps right now, but I think he has no problems at all with the position where he's sitting in this game. Is up a few gold at this time. So Aaron does lock in the one that they got on their side, which is not going to feel great for J-Bob, but he just needs to stay calm, keep doing what he's doing, and try to abuse that melee matchup for Darius.
Yeah, he really does, and you know that's what he's looking for. I want to see what his first build is going to be. He needs a little bit of. He's going to need some magic resist, you know. But he's Darius. He wants to build damage, so it's going to be. Does he going to build something situational? Oh, Ryoklu, man, gets the charm down, flashes in, counter flash and tail. Spurg is there. Tail goes low. Exhaust goes down onto Spurg. They will be able to secure the kill though. Espen getting the kill. He is that bloodthirsty support. Just got to get the glory for himself. And something we didn't mention, Rudy. Just the true damage on the ADRE, right? Helping with the wave clear, but also great at securing kills, kind of getting that double hit, and the movement speed on the W. So there's a lot of tools in her kit to make what they're trying to do happen, and Ryoklu's showing us right away. So
this is a solo kill for J-Bob.
Even yes, it is. Well, could be. We'll see. He is gonna.
Just that
cue. Oh, good job.
Great looks though.
Oh yeah,
Sir Aaron, the opposite of last time. And also, I don't like ragging on people's mistakes. That's a lie. I do. I don't want to do it too much, but rare mechanical failure from Tailwhip because I'm making the assumption his spell shield was up. And he did not spell shield the charm because he was out of mana. If it hits the spell shield, he gets mana back. That's how I'm arriving at this logic. Would have survived if he got the original charm, been able to flash from much closer distance and do okay. But Sir Aaron hits level 6 first.
Yes, he does. And J-Bob goes into the Shadow Realm. Will J-Bob, however, hits level 6. Nobody will not get the execute off. And so Aaron is going to survive, winning the first level 6 duel. Tony, meanwhile, going after A-Barn with Bully in tow. Tony, however, is incredibly low. He's going to have to get out of there. Spurg is there being incredibly patient, trying to decide what he wants to do, but misses another knockup. That's the second one he missed. A-Barn coming in, getting that kill and securing it. But Spurg's going to have to line up those shots because I believe he missed one in the top lane, and that's the second one he's missed. So he's going to have to lock those knockups in if they want to push this to a game 3.
Yeah, I mean, it's a scrappy one. A lot of fights hanging on a razor's edge again as we are ramping up here. Gold lead is in the favor of the Penguin Pajama Party. And I gotta say, Bully, you need to spend just a little bit more time farming. You are falling behind. Early kills are great, but you need the experience as well. Spurg is probably like 2 camps off of 6 right now, and Bully just hit level 5.
Yeah, and that is the challenge, right? Once he gets a taste of it, he wants more. Bully has never seen a gank or I mean he of the 1 minute camp, right? He loves to camp lanes. He loves to get into fights. So he's going to have the discipline to farm up and make sure that he stays ahead because that gold lead will evaporate. And actually it has. Actually, he's down in gold.
Yeah, I mean, that's just how it goes. Spurg, solid as always as we get into another scuffle. J-Bob says, this is the one that goes my way. Spurg is in the area, but completely eaten by the shield.
That's a low. Yeah, that's a very, very healthy. He could have Blood. He'll have to go talk to Blood about it because Blood is like, oh yeah, just take half health and just like hang out, right? Zone the wave, right? You don't have to kill him every combo, right? You can get him down to half health and then just zone him, right?
Yeah.
It's the threat of the ulti is just as much. The value of actually landing the ulti, and Sir Aaron potentially could have had pushback. He didn't have teleport, so there's a couple of different things, and yeah, J-Bob's just doing his best to really apply pressure, and Spurg is doing his best
Aaron's
to punish
looking to
him
bait him
because
in
he
with the
knows
taunt,
the
with
ulti
the
is
laugh.
down. Ghost is available though, does miss the E, but Shadow Realm goes in, so this is going to be a 1v1, but ulti is down, so there's the timing from Spurg, going to try and finish this one off, and I believe he's going to. Yeah, there he goes. Good discipline by J-Bob, holding on to the Ghost, but that is the downside of Darius, right? If you do not get ahead, he's not going to be super useful later.
I mean, he'll have his moments. He's gonna be able to scale okay. Does pick up a null magic mantle, which is gonna be a great buy. The value of MR this game is huge for the side of Tails Never Fails. I wouldn't be surprised to see it end up in everybody's kit at some point or another, as the bot lane looks to get scrappy again.
Yeah, Ryoku getting pushed out. It looks like Espen. Yeah, Espen's a little low on mana as well. So this is the value of the Sivir, just kind of pushing you in constantly. Ryoku missing the charm, but yeah, Lemon and Tail are going to keep pushing until someone punishes them. And it looks like Bully is counter jungling, going to take the red away. But yeah, until someone punishes Ryoku and Espen, Bully's going to just
Bully heard me
going to
saying
be
he
push,
needs
and
to
Bully's going
farm.
to take full advantage of it.
Yeah, Bully heard me saying he needs to farm and decided to do it in the enemy's jungle in the most Bully way possible.
I mean, at least he's farming, right?
Yeah,
you take what you can get. Tail
Scamper
sitting
up.
on a ward, walks away. Bully is there. He does get spotted out, and he does see the ward, a control ward as well. Going to roll back to his jungle just as Blue about to spawn. Going to do his top quadrant. Meanwhile, in the top side, J-Bob doing his best. Tony going to grab a couple of plates. I think he's got 2. Yep, he's got 2. Tail has 2. I think they're all feeling good, and I'm assuming they had that conversation beforehand, right? Yeah,
Did I miss the dragon entirely? Did that just go down?
Yeah, Bully grabbed it on his way back. Wow, that was a fast dragon.
Nice.
I forgot Trundle takes dragons so fast.
Yes, he can take it early and he can take it quick. But Spurg heard what you said and said, okay, it's Abarn's turn for some plates now. As they do the early Herald mid, Bully is here to cover, but that's going to be at least another 2 dropping off. There we go. 3 went from 5 to 2 left real quick there. Bully taking a bit of damage on the turret, going to be fine. A little early to dive the Trundle. As Tony makes his way back to lane. I mean, early items are going to be coming in. Abarn has his Roa, which he definitely wants to get as soon as he already has it. He bought it and is getting his tier stacking. He's exactly where he wants to be. He's having a great time right now.
Yeah, he really is. He's chilling.
You need the Rise to do well. That's going to be your consistent DPS as the game goes on. Got to turn into that machine gun that is Rise.
Well, it's not just about the DPS, right? With Abarn, it's about the macro play. As we see Spurg attempting to go in onto Tony, getting rooted out. He gets incredibly low. There's the ulti to regain a little bit of health. Is he going to be able to get out of this? Flash is up. Now it is down, so they force the flash out from Tony, pushing him out. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane and the top lane, there's scraps all over the map. Sir Aaron on a killing spree gets a solo kill, and Ryoku just trying to slap away at Tailwhip and Lemon, but this is just not working. And they're just continuing to push in. Tower dive, Tony goes down. Bully's trying to punish it. So that's 2 kills going in favor of the Penguin Pajama Party. Spurg flashing out, going to flag and drag back over the wall. And yeah, we've just got absolute madness as we've got a trade in the mid lane. J-Bob going down in the bot lane. Ryoku's trying to clean up. Does not. Another kill, but Espen, will he try to get it? Oh, he's just out of range.
Severalt's going to get him out of there.
Yeah, Tailwhip's just going to... No, Tailwhip's going to get out of there.
If Tailwhip dies for the new... the new Yumi Q like that, then he deserves to.
Yeah. He didn't, so he didn't. But yeah, 12 minutes in, we are seeing the Penguin Pajama Party looking to take this to a game 3. They're about 2,000 gold up, looking good and looking to snowball.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing all right. Obviously, the early dragon's going to be great when your team is down. Pressure kills gold, money, whatever, in the mid game as it takes off that looming threat of the soul where you're forced to fight if you want to get those free stats. So great early pickup from Bully. Doing pretty well on this Trundle. Has recovered farm-wise completely at this point. Going to get his back, go pick up his Mythic. And yeah, across the board, we're seeing those spikes come out, but they came much, much sooner for the side of PPP.
Yeah, and we are also seeing dragon spams from both teams. So this is likely going to be our first explosive team fight. Taking a look, Sir Aaron has teleport up, so this is going to be in favor of the Penguin Pajama Party. J-Bob does not have his ghost, and Sir Aaron's actually just walking straight down. So they definitely want to prioritize this second dragon. And will J-Bob follow? It looks like he's not going to follow. It looks like he's just going to stay top and continue to push this one in. So Tails Never Fails at a bit of a disadvantage. Spurg jumping on a Tail, trying to make that disadvantage even further, gets the charm down onto Tail Up. Tail Up goes down, flash from Sir Aaron to get away. So all told, advantage Penguin Pajama Party, say that 5 times fast, and they're gonna get, it looks like they're gonna get the second Drake as Tony gets grabbed under turret. Bully and Tony are looking to potentially just grab a couple of plates and just push Sir Aaron out of this, teleport into the top lane to try to stop this as the dragon is being killed. They are splitting their focus, and it looks like they're just gonna get it for free, and Tails Never Fails is not really able to get anything.
No, I mean, they did all right there. Once Sivir gets picked off, you really can't contest that dragon. So, Ryokli taking 2 turret shots there. Probably not what she meant to do. It happens sometimes to all of us.
Happens the best.
But yeah, I mean, Tail Whip, you can spell shield all you want, but doesn't mean you can walk through that Jarvan wall. Really, really good lane gank from Spurg to set up that dragon play. Abarn with the TP top to make sure that they can secure everything they want on the map and not trade anything back. And yeah, I mean, we all said that the team comp was looking, or everyone valued the team comp from Tails Never Fails just a little bit more. But in terms of actual play, Penguin Pajama Party is showing us what's up right now.
There is the X factor of the Jarvan plus the Rise. You know, the Abar macro cannot be understated, right? He knows how to win games, and having the double teleport and being able to put himself where he needs to be when he needs to be there can really stop a lot of the the strategies and tactics that Tails Never Fails is trying to put down. And that's a lot of what we're seeing. As we see Tony going into the Shadow Realm, Sir Aaron's going to try to go after him, and Tony's just going to try to get out of there, jumping over the wall, using the terrain to his advantage. He's getting pretty low as we see Bully actually jumping onto Spurg, knocking him out. Sir Aaron's chasing Tony down. Sir Aaron, however, getting the final bonk, and J-Bob forcing Abarn out into the... force him to actually wait. He didn't actually weapon warp. Actually, did he pull him out? Abarn doesn't care. He just kills him. Wow. Okay. Yikes. That is going to be another kill in favor of the Penguin Pajama Party. Bot inner going down. So we've got a minor gold lead, soon to be way minor, on the side of Penguin Pajama Party. Okay, there it goes. Towers traded, and yeah, that is the power of the Abarn Rise. Goes where he needs to be, does what he wants, and he is just carrying right now.
Yeah, I mean, let's call it right now. Put him out too. TP coming in. We'll talk about it in a second.
No, I thought I was going to get a break.
Win this?
Aaron going in on Tony. Tony's going to try to punish him for staying too long, and he is going to do exactly that, grabbing himself a kill, getting the shutdown. That is nice for him.
Yeah, I mean, let's call it right now. Is there going to be a 20-minute bear in this game using the Realm Warp? Because that's kind of the Abarn classic.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Grass is green, sky is blue.
In 4 minutes.
Team Realm Warp onto a major objective.
Yeah, but huge shutdown going over to Tony there. Really good use of the TP as he got a bit of time here before he needs to move around the map. I think that was a full 700 gold shutdown over for our Lissandra's pockets.
Yes, it was. And actually taking a look at the gold real quick. Rise definitely still in favor doing it. Oh, great grab from J-Bob onto Abarn. Good patience from him, not using his flash immediately. Sir Aaron teleporting in, grabs Lemon immediately. Lemon goes down. Ryoklu is in the back with Espen. Oh man. Spurg grabbed the Herald. Double kill coming down from Sir Aaron. Sir Aaron taking full advantage, and the Penguin Pajama Party just running over. Tails Never Fails. 3-for-0, grabs the Herald, and that just went lopsided in a hurry.
Yeah, Ryoklu on the board now, which is good because it was looking a bit rough for her there for a minute. Down like 40 CS and no kills to Tail Whip as he was farming up both of them, going for that Shiv Cole first items. But yeah, definitely she's on the board now. She's ready to go. She's got the cat in her pocket, giving her all those extra stats. And this Herald charging mid is going to crack the mid lane all the way down to the base.
Yeah, and they're going to fight. Oh, they certainly are. Tail Whip gets Death Realms. He's going to try to stay alive as long as he can, but that is a big, beefy Mordekaiser looking for the final bonk. Tail Whip flashes out, stays alive, gets the shield. He is going to stay alive somehow, and they're going to get the shutdown onto Sir Aaron. Let's see what they can get off of it.
Gotta love a Lulu. Sir Aaron going just a little bit too ham there. Love what he was looking for. Also, Tail Whip was just a quarter of a second away from spell shielding that Mordekaiser ult. It was so close. Like he had it as soon as he got into the death realm. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, would have been sick if he got it.
That would have been, yeah, that would have been pretty nasty. Actually, curious to see if he's going to go for an early QSS since Sir Aaron. That is kind of the thing we've seen with Sir Aaron is that he can really go ham sandwich if he's not careful. So they're just going to have to watch out for that because that's he fed a shutdown and then he just kind of walked into 4 people trying to kill the 80 carry. So he's going to have to be really careful about that because this team, Penguin Pajama Party, they win together, they lose together, and they need to be together in order to make stuff happen. Dragon, however, coming up again, we're 1-1, and it looks like we're going to have priority on the side of Penguin Pajama Party as Bully walks into a charm, getting chunked out, forced to flash out. Rilka's going to chase for it, and Bully's going to go down. So this should be a free Dragon for the Penguin Pajama Party as the Ryoklu is continuing to be on the hunt. Tony goes low. Tony goes down. Oh, boy, this is not good. J-Bob's going to do his best to try to turn this thing around. Gets reset, number 1, gets exhausted immediately. He's got a Lulu. He's got a tail whip. A-Barn, however, on a rampage, going to knock him out. Tail whip swinging to the best of his ability, but it's not going to be enough, and the snowball continues to roll down the hill. 5,000 gold lead. The chase is on, but Lemon runs away, and that's going to be Dragon number 2 as we hit 19 minutes for the Penguin Pajama Party. Looking to push this to a game 3.
Great cleanse from Ryoklu there to get right out of Lissandra ult, make sure she could move around and do what she wanted to do in that fight. But yeah, I mean, as you said, this gold lead's creeping up to what's that, like 5,000 now with double dragons up 10 kills in a turret. So Aaron is looking pretty unkillable at this point in the game. Tailwhip's going to need another item and a half to really do the damage that he wants to. A-Barn, Realm Warping himself to safety, leaving the rest of the team behind. Love it. And yeah, I mean, it's what does Tails Never Fails do to get back in this? They kind of just got to chillax just a little bit, scale up, and make sure you're not face checking into those charms. Ryoklu's gotten a couple picks now just off of that.
Well, what they can do right now is kill Sir Aaron because he is out of position and he is getting low. However, Death Realm going in from Tony. Tony's ulti is not up. All right, he's going to go gold and try to buy himself as much time as he possibly can. He's going to go down. Sir Aaron flashes out. Are they still going to be able to get him? He's trying to think, but Tail Whip actually able to sidestep that. Oh, Sir Aaron's going to get away as another turret goes
Tail
down.
just doesn't have the damage
I mean,
yet.
the biggest thing with Tails Never Fails is, number 1, this Mordekaiser is a problem. The other thing is just A-Barn swinging for free. There may be, I will say, there may be an overemphasis on knocking the Ahri out, and understandably so. But especially with that cleanse, they need to get an assassinate. They either need to get an assassinate on the Rise or another pick off on Sir Aaron and snowball that into an objective. Because as long as Rise is in the back swinging for free and then has the Realm Warp to macro on top of the one team fight, this game is going to get out of control.
Yeah, we haven't talked about enough yet.
Sorry, let me rephrase that. This game is already out of control because of that.
Yeah, fair enough. What we haven't talked about enough, though, is that quiet 3-0-7 cat who is just chilling there, taking the occasional kill away from their, I'm going to call it a lane partner because it's not really an ADC, although as you predicted, they're going for the Triforce second. Yeah, I mean, Espen's having himself a game, just chilling as it goes, building up his items and collecting the occasional kill.
Playing with his feet.
Perfect KDA at the moment.
Might be playing with his feet, who knows? Yumi does that sometimes.
But yeah, slightly harder to hit now.
Fair. Does require aim. But yeah, like I completely agree, and I think that they're. I will take no credit for the Triforce build. That was all Rook Stout making me sound smart. Bully's actually trying to chase down Spurg. Spurg has the kitty cat with him on the wrong side, but he's a hyper mobile boy. He's going to walk away, and it really on Tails Never Fails.
Behind. They can collapse on him.
He is. A-Barn's actually in the middle. And if they are going to get back into this game, this is exactly what they need. He does not really have any invulnerability. They need to get the dunk onto him. Oh man, there goes Yumi. A-Barn is going to bleed to death. Shutdown going down from Bully. And that is the only kill so far. Second kill going down on Spurg. This is an absolute rout in favor of Tails Never Fails. This is what they need to get back into the game. This should be a clean ace if they can get down to Sir Aaron, but it will almost certainly be a Baron. Wow, that's what they needed. And I am shocked that A-Barn face checked that off of a TV.
Yeah, Sir Aaron is very good at those backwards E's as he's running away. That was not much replay about him running away, but he's had a lot of those work out really, really well for him. They're taking the Baron very, very low, but only TP is Sir Aaron's, and I don't think he's going to go in there 1v5 as he's going to the bot lane to catch it. And yeah, we can call that one a throw from the mid laner as A-Barn just 1v4 in the back line for a solid 3 seconds before the rest of his team could get in position. Looking for the flank, he got pinched.
Yeah, that's what they need to do to win the game, right? If they can so go with Abarn, so go with the team, and big shout out, he bled to death off of the Darius, right? He doesn't have that survivability quite yet. He's got the tankiness, right, with the Roa, but he does not have. And so he's got the Roa and the Seraph, so he does have some survivability, but he doesn't have that that outplay, right? He doesn't have anything there. He's just going straight damage.
He is so close to a death cap. He's terrifying for a 23-minute rise.
Oh, for sure. But yeah, and the Triforce just got finished, and we're seeing major items coming out from Tails Never Fails. But yeah, that's exactly what they needed to get back into this game. So well played by them, and a bit of a whoopsie from Abarn.
J-Bob, not where he wants to be. Probably gonna die here.
Yeah,
actually, I'd put money on it.
Yeah, he's ghosting. He's going to buy as much time as he can. Abarn having to flash forward. Actually, oh no, Q lands. So this is going to be all she wrote for J-Bob. Gets charmed down, and it looks like they're going to try to get some counter pressure down the mid lane.
The Baron push mid is coming. Everyone's furiously backing. Spurg staying to clear the wave a little bit longer. The turret is going to drop, and at this point, honestly, in trade for J-Bob's life, we take those. He bought a bit of pressure, pulled 4 top, and now they're going to crack the base.
Yes, maybe. They certainly are. As we see the engage coming down onto Sir Aaron, the Yuumi as more of a disengage than anything. Sir Aaron going incredibly low. Sivir ulti popped. Sivir, Bully, and Tony all popping the ultis. A lot of summoner spells being burned to try to keep them off of this tower. Ryoku going back in and just gets obliterated. Espen somehow staying alive. Abarn getting the return kill onto Tony. Spurg way in the back line, and Abarn is going to be there trying to help his buddy out. Spurg going deep, trying to knock out Tail Whip. Does so. Abarn going to get credit for both of those. The bouncy house ricocheting off of the minions, and wow, the incredible trust from the side of Penguin Pajama Party. Spurg in the back line, quadra kill for Abarn, and just as there was hope, the small candle of hope snuffed out.
Abarn gives and Abarn takes away. Decided to make the game a bit more interesting by throwing away the bounties, and was like, you know what, never mind, I'm taking them all back with the quadra kill in the mid lane that will lock down the third Earth Drake for them. Mountain Drake is what it's actually called. I don't know where Earth Drake came from. And yeah,
Earth, Wind, and Fire Drake, yeah.
You're going to be put on Soul Point. Yeah, but what about Chemtech? Where does that fit into the Avatar lore?
Oh, I have no idea.
Is that
I was thinking the band.
That's the Lion Turtle.
I was thinking the band, not the...
I don't know. Elementals, come on. It's always ATLA. Avatar.
We don't always have to be nerds, Rudy. That's all I'm saying.
We don't have to be, but we're currently streaming video games to Twitch at 9:30 on a Sunday night, so I don't think there's any point in fighting it.
Valid. Very valid.
Yeah. We are what we are.
Earth, Wind, Fire, and Chemtech. I don't know. That could be cool. That could be a cool album. Maybe that's the reunion special. I don't know. Anyway, 25 minutes in, 2K in. Penguin Pajama Party definitely in the driver's seat. They've got the scaling. They've got the Fed rise. This rise needs to die. Unfortunately, they also have a Yuumi. Not unfortunately for them. Unfortunately for Tails Never Fails, they also have a Yuumi. I was gonna say, oh, what's Abarn's survivability? Right, it's Yuumi. So they're gonna have to figure out either Abarn's gonna have to blunder big time, or they're gonna have to out rotate it. They do have some really solid push, from the Sivir. But yeah,
I mean, Tails.
I don't know, man.
Tail is scaling right now. You have the consistent lockdown from Lissandra. The problem is just going to be managing to get to the Lissandra when you got the Jarvan and the Mordekaiser in your way. You're going to have to front to back these, and Abarn just going to out TP Hesed, so that makes these fights just extremely difficult.
Yeah, when he can pop people through minion waves, we got a problem, because that's what he did. That's what he did to Tail and Lemon last time, and that's just rough.
He's so massive at the moment. That's a terrifying rise.
Actually, I'm gonna check see how much AP he has right now. How much AP has he got?
612. 612. Okay.
612 AP right now.
That's a nutty amount of AP. And as always, the mage items also give you or the mage items that Rise builds give you a ton of health as well. So he's at 3,200 health with it.
Yeah, he is. Tony actually going in, getting the bounce up from Lemon. So they're going to try to push this down. Abarn is going low. They are able to...
Low, but
that's
not low
a rough
enough.
one. Bully able to knock out Spurg. Abar going low. There's Tail Whip getting the shutdown. Ryoklu coming in from the back end. Bully trying to face block as much as he possibly can. And Tail Whip just trying to stay alive at that point. But here comes Ryoklu getting the double kill and trying to chase down Lemon for the third. Could it be? There's the charm under the turret, gets the triple, style, and that's going to be a bot inner for the Penguin Pajama Party. 3K gold lead, holding on, and Soul Point is coming up. Let's see if they're going to be able to get an inhibitor off of this as well.
I do think it's an easy inhibitor. 10 seconds on Tony, and he's going to have a hard time holding against Ryoklu, Yumi, and Sir Aaron, or Roklin, Espen, and Sir Aaron. Let me call it out where they are. We forget about Espen, but man, is he providing so much value to his team right now on the cat.
Yeah, 3-1 and 15, really solid kill participation.
He's got the McHales, and he's had a couple of clean ones too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We were talking about what the team needed to do to win the game was kill Abarn. They succeeded, and then Ryoku just came in with the beautiful flank and just punishing them because they were able to kind of get some of those priority targets, what they thought were priority targets, but it just wasn't enough. And at this point, Penguin Pajama Party just falling, getting further and further ahead. And let's see if they make. You can always throw, right? This is TCL. No one in this league has ever seen a game they didn't want to throw. However, this is looking pretty solid for the Penguin Pajama Party to send this to a game 3, and there is something to be considered around the Rise itself and just how much it changes the game when Abarn can just be all over the map, because that's what he's been able to do. We see a potential death brush coming in. Sir Aaron has also met a death brush, never met a death brush. He didn't want to go in. Tony going into the backside, trying to push Ryoklu out. Ryoklu, however, staying safe. Tail going low, able to swing as much as he possibly can. He gets exhausted, going low, still surviving. Spurg goes down. Ryoklu going deep, though, and able to knock him out. And this is going to be a 3-for-1 so far. Double kill for Ryoklu, really turning on. And there's the Realm Warp for the cleanup. That's going to be a Baron, and it looks like they're going to be able to run over this game 2.
Yeah, I mean, it turned into the full 5v5, not quite the death brush that we're looking for, which is not what Tails Never Fails had in mind. Unable to get the pick there. Where is Ryok? Is on this ADR or this on hit RE, I guess? I don't know what to call it, but like, does the damage come from the autos?
It's ADR.
Like, does it come from the autos?
She has static, Triforce, and rapid cannon. Yeah, she's got.
That's so interesting.
I'll check how much attack speed she has. Hang on. She's got 40% crit, and where's attack speed?
You know what?
A lot of attack speed. A lot of attack speed.
I'm inspired. I'm gonna build this in TFT tomorrow on RE when I play a couple games.
Oh, does the meta translate?
No, not at all.
Oh,
but
cool.
all 3 of those items exist.
Those items do in fact exist.
Plus it's funny.
Yes, this is gonna be Soul. It's gonna be Mountain Soul. They got Baron, they got Dragon, they got Soul. So I'm expecting a kind of victory lap here. They're just cracking this game open. So yeah, we're gonna see a game 3. And Rudy, we are 0-2 potentially in predictions, and I'm saying that specifically Caster Curse because I still want to be right.
No. See, I did something clever here. I predicted the Tails Never Fails was gonna win on stream, but I put my points on the Penguin Pajama Party. So either way, I can say I was right.
Rudy, I'm pretty sure that's called insider trading, and that's illegal.
How is that insider trading?
Oh, I have no idea.
I didn't influence the outcome at all. I had no knowledge that wasn't publicly
You didn't influence
available.
the outcome at all?
Not in the slightest.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, good to know.
I hedged
running
my
a clean
bet.
spot here.
I was hedging.
I see. Yeah, internet points are serious business. Tony,
right.
Going the wrong way, getting charmed, getting knocked out, and yeah, I mean, if I'm Tails Never Fails, I'm gonna do my best to try and take advantage of whatever mistakes are sent my way, but this far down in the gold, you do have to start potentially thinking about a game 3. And in terms of the other side, yeah, Rise might be worth looking at as either taking it away from Abarn. On the other side, the Lissandra from Tony, maybe getting him something with a little bit more agency. He did a great job kind of beefcaking with the Renekton and doing his job, but with the Lissandra, he hasn't really been able to make the same impact that he made. And just seeing him go really, really deep without being able to do a lot with it. So we see middle inhibitor going down, and I think they're going to just walk this one in and send ourselves to game 3.
I mean, that's what it's looking like. Doubling him down, a couple members dead. Philip they don't have the damage right now to deal with the Mountain Dragon shields alone. But I mean, this is looking to be the final scrap as we get into it.
Yeah,
oh my gosh!
Last stand going in, hard dive. Lemon going down. Tail whip, however, is very, very healthy, and a lot of key cooldowns are blown. Triple kill from Rise. Ryoklo, though, staying alive with the kitty cat, and she is going to take that Baron. And I don't know. We'll see. Is this going to be a slow walk in, or is this going to be a bully saves the day? He does get exhausted.
Bully trying to
He's just
1v2.
going to go for the beatdown. All of the mobility is burned. She does have that W as well. It looks like she's just going to try to. Oh no, she's going to end bully before she ends the game. She ends bully, and it looks like she's going to end the game. Real clue, 80 Ari. We're going to game 3, folks. Here we go.
She got offended by how fed Tailwhip got in game 1, so she had to come back and make a statement for game 2. Wow, that was something, you know? Nobody or very few people saw that one coming as precedented by the predictions on the stream. And yeah, game 3 for the first series. I wouldn't have it any other way. I wouldn't have it any other way, Jaws.
No, if the season opener doesn't go 3, what are we doing with ourselves? And yeah, I think you know, if I'm gonna sum up this game, it's that Joa said that 80 Ari is whack, and Ryoklu took offense.
Berg with the 4-man ult there at the end, that was nasty.
Yeah, no, that it really was, and also, you know, you were mentioning before. Shout out to Espen, keeping absolutely everybody alive. You know, once again, team effort, everybody kind of doing their job. We are going to go to a game 3, folks, so do not go anywhere. We'll have to see what adjustments, if any, both teams make when we come back. Don't go anywhere. Sorry about that. All right, y'all. Welcome back. It's game 3. It's day 1, week 1 of season 7, and we are in an absolute barn burner of a series. Tails Never Fails coming out swinging after a tough first 10 minutes to take game 1 in commanding fashion. And in response, we saw an ADRE, and it was pretty good. Also, A-Barn played Rise. Rudy, what do you think we're going to see for this game 3?
I think we're going to continue to see a brighter ban. Yumi fell out of priority in terms of both or all 4 of the like 4 or 5 bands were against the other supports who share a very similar enchanter type pool. So not sure exactly what's gonna happen there. And like the Aborn Rise, it's a classic. Does it deserve a ban? I couldn't tell you, but I do know that I'd rather play against Spurg's Lilia than Aborn's Rise. So we'll see if the teams agree with that sentiment. You know?
Yeah, he's just got the track record. I'd be curious to see. That would be a fun one for our TCL statisticians. Is the lifetime win loss for A-Barn on Rise? I would assume it's pretty darn good. And I'd also be curious to see regular season versus postseason, since it allows him to facilitate so much on top of being a really strong damage dealer. So yeah, I'd be curious to see if they would take it away. So all good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see what Tony does. We talked about his aggression, his desire to play early game power, and we saw that in game 1 with their Renekton pick. And then game 2 with Lissandra, like you have the potential to do damage, you build damage, but you are there for utility more than anything else. To lock people down, to move around, to save yourself and buy more time. And I don't know if that meshes exactly with Tony's style. So don't know what exactly he's gonna pull out, but I'm hoping for something exciting.
Well, take a look at his OPGG. Fizz
Mhm.
has come up a couple of different times, which
Lovely.
it's great. It's exactly kind of what he wants. I think it's all about what it's about what the team needs, and if it makes sense. It can be a bit of a risky pick, and A-Barn has plenty of champions that can just be total jerks. I believe Oriana has a favorable matchup against Fizz, just because of the survivability and the early harass. So there's that matchup can be really, really rough, and it's going to be about what do they want, and do they feel like they can snowball him. Xerath has also come up in his match history, as just that damage turret, and he's done. I'm just looking at champs he's played that he's done pretty well overall. High kills, high deaths. That seems to be a lot of the match history, but high win rate. So we'll have to see what he does. Briar ban going down once again. Zach ban in response. No changes, by the way. Teams have been blue-red this entire time. Seraphine as
They
ban
have.
number 2.
Makes it easy for us.
There's the Lilia ban, so it looks like they're going to potentially let the Rise through, unless Tony's been playing Rise, or maybe Bully has Jungle Rise. I don't know.
Another thing that I do not want to see is the Darius. Scion was much more useful and I would say impactful over the course of the first game than Darius was at any point during the second. We
Yeah, I
have the
don't think
Mordekaiser
Darius.
again.
I don't think Darius is coming back out.
There's no chance it's another Darius.
Yeah, I think that one's going back in the closet. It's it
We'll
needs a little bit more time to
another
cook.
day.
Yeah, it needs a little more time to cook. Needs a little bit more practice. That's okay. I mean, we've seen J-Bob at his best playing tanks, right? Weak side tanks. Maybe a Scion, maybe an Ornn. There's the Scion. So yeah, we're gonna opt back in to that. Sir Aaron been fantastic on the Mordekaiser. That could be a potential ban. But it looks like they're a lot more scared of the Gwen snowball potential. The Kindred being hovered. I mean, Bully kind of plays everything, so I can see it. Oh, there's the Jarvan
Takes away
takeaway.
the Jarvan.
Interesting. He's a great Jarvan player.
Yeah, nothing. Jarvan's always a useful champion. Always useful, which is something that cannot be said for every single jungler out there. Kindred is one where it's very situationally great and other times doesn't offer a lot. So I love the Jarvan pick, the ability to lock people down, get in there. Also very aggressive early, unlock those very powerful crowd control type ganks at an early level. So going to see what he does with it and matches with the Viego.
Yeehaw. Buckle up,
Oh my
Buckaroo.
gosh.
Here we
Game
go.
3s, baby. Game 3. We're right back. It's like we never left. It's like we
Yeah.
never left. TCL is in full swing immediately. Night 1. Oh my gosh. Ryokli, you're not going to do it. You're not going to do it. Not at this point.
Okay. I mean,
You're not going to lock in Vayne on the third pick. Varus makes a lot more sense. Varus is quite good right now. Again, always brings the utility, has that ult, self peel, poke as well. Curious if it's going to be like full attack speed or they're going to go like some lethality with the Comet build, maybe a hybrid of both. And the Tristana, again, locked in for Tail Whip,
awesome.
did pretty well game one and still a potential flex.
Yeah, looking at how their team kind of goes, Tail needs to carry. He needs to be able to carry these fights. Tristana's one of those. Tristana can just take over a fight.
Yeah.
I also
Reset,
like the
bounce.
Yep, I also like the push in. They took away the Yumi. That is an adaptation, I believe. I think they may have
It
banned
was
it
a
game one.
Morgana ban, I think, has been both games.
Yeah, Morgana has been off the table. But I believe the Yumi ban. I mean, credit to credit to Espen, and also Yumi's just a dumb champion. I am surprised at the Lissandra
Maybe
ban.
Abarn wants to play Zed. I'm trying to think of why else they would ban the Lissandra, and there's the Rise. Okay, so we're guaranteed a different matchup mid.
Yeah.
I would have bet on one anyway, but now there's no option in it. And last ban gonna come through for support. Anything we want to take away from Lemon? Possibly Lulu. They did ban it game one. Nope, they did the Fizz.
Okay.
They also think Tony's ready to do something else.
He could just run a Victor. He could just run. He could just go back to the well, just run a very safe scaling laner. He could run. I'm just trying to think of champions he's run in the past that work well. He could run Orianna. He could run. They don't really have an initiate. They would need an initiator for the Orianna.
Yeah, you gotta have
Blitz.
a ball delivery system.
Oh yeah, and Morgana is up, so they're gonna snag that one away as well. Lemon's a great Morgana player. Triss Morgana. Okay, we got ourselves a comp. I'm curious to see how they're gonna respond.
Enables the jump in. I want something that denies that. A Braum would be cool. Soraka is not what I was thinking. But
I wonder if they're going to go back to the Thresh. Either the Thresh or... Oh, okay, I guess they're going to go Soraka. Huh.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
Okay. Make it an Enchanter battle. I think pretty par for the course for what we've come to expect from these supports, but nothing wrong with that at all. And what does Abarn go here? I think Victor is very likely. He's not going to play Irelia. Azir, another classic scaling AP mid. There it is.
Yep, there it is. Okay. Now, what if I'm Tony? What do I run mid? Okay.
You mentioned it.
I'm actually feeling. I like that a lot. The Xerath Azir matchup. Xerath can just slam Azir. It's a skill shot battle. So yeah, I'm okay with that. And looking at the early jungle, huh? Okay, this could be. I think this could be a spicy mid lane 2v2.
Jaws, I don't know what you remember about playing with me for a season, but if there's one thing that I want to do, it is play Xerath.
Is it? I don't recall.
I am a Xerath support aficionado, which is not what we're going to be seeing, but it makes me happy to see it in the game no matter what. It's going to be a lot of fun, Xerath is if he's able to get online and scale. People in Twitch chat who've played more of this game than I have are saying that Azir into Xerath is... What is he saying? I don't even know what they're saying.
I believe in terms of the range, it favors Xerath, but it is a skill matchup because he has to land the shots. And then I'm not sure.
They're all agreeing with you. It's
Xerath. Okay, cool. Thanks, guy.
That's what I thought too. And then
Spirit
phrased it in the worst way possible. So Spirit, if you'd like to phrase it to us in person or anybody else, feel free to jump into the Armchair Analysts Discord channel, and we'll pull you into the booth with us as we wait 3 minutes for the spectators delay. But beyond that, initial thoughts, team comps, anything standing out to you?
Y'all, especially quick specific call out. If y'all are if you're a jungler and you're comfortable being on stream, Blood's here.
Blood wants to talk.
All right. Hi, Blood. Before you get your general thoughts, I'm curious what you think about the 2v2, specifically the jungle matchup, because I feel like that's going to be a pretty big piece. But anyway, hi, how you doing?
Hey, what's up? You guys seem lonely in here.
Aw, thanks, bud. So yeah, what do you think about this jungle matchup, the 2v2, and then general thoughts?
Jungle matchup specifically, I mean, it's just a matter of Jarvan wins early and Viego wins late, all things aside. So I think Bully should be looking to take the 2v2s, and if topside they run into Spurks or Aaron, that's just focus down Viego. He should be pretty easy to kill early. So,
Blood, I have one quick question for you. You're doing a great job, and I appreciate you coming in for the interview. But could you also get the Gamba going while you do this? I'm asking you to multitask.
Yeah, that's a great question. I
Thank
did
you,
forget
sir.
last
Okay.
time.
Okay,
Blood does have APM, so we believe in him. He was making channels while he was playing a game of League of Legends. So
True.
appreciate
that.
all that you do. But yeah,
It wasn't
let's
really. It wasn't
Is
really.
there anything we're missing
APM.
about the top lane matchup, the Mordekaiser into Sion, or is it as straightforward as we see? Mordekaiser just bullies the Sion, and Sion just becomes a really, really big tank in the end game.
It's definitely good for Mordekaiser, but J-Bub needs to not first item retreads because that's pretty useless.
Mm-hmm.
The first
Not a
item
lot of
retreads
CC.
is the same as just an old magic mantle. You should just build into an actual magic dim or magic resist item.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes a ton of sense. And thank you so much. While we ask you to validate our opinions, what are your general opinions about these team comps, and who do you think is going to win?
I like Tails Never Fails comp a bit better. I think Abram's team comp is very ambitious. I mean, obviously the Mordekaiser's working, so you keep doing that. But
Ambitious is an interesting choice of words there.
I'm just saying with the Azir and the Viego, you've got like heavy scaling in the mid lane, so in the mid lane and jungle, and that's kind of like where their strong points have been. So if those points aren't winning in the early game, then it may be challenging for them to really get themselves into the game. I mean, obviously topside has been a staple for them, but bot lane's been struggling perhaps a little bit, and I don't think Viego has the best ganks, since Rocket doesn't have the best follow-up on ganks, so I don't know. We'll see.
All right, last 10 seconds. Who's going to take this one?
I'm gonna give it to TNF.
All
I
right,
think they were right there with them in the last game, and I think they just got to pull it together a little bit and close it out.
All right. Hey, Blood, thank you so much. Thank all of you in chat for your analysis and helping us through spectator delay. Blood, we'll see you in chat, and we'll see if you're right.
See ya.
Get that Gamba going.
Yep, the Gamba.
I was the only one who bet on PPP last game, and I won 14,000 internet points. Doubled my total from last season. I'm crushing it. Off to a hot start.
All right, my audio is wigging out, so I'm actually gonna jump. I'm gonna leave and rejoin. See if that fixes it.
No worries. As we load into game here, so far we have only seen some 5 points with the occasional hook being thrown left and right. Looks like we're spreading out to see more of the same teams in TCL. Get creative with your invades. I don't know how they work, but I'm sure somebody could look it up online and try to make something happen. Tony with the early Q, gonna get that mana flow ban proc, gets the Comet off, and now they're just standing very close to each other. So that's fun. I think Tony and Spurg are friends IRL as well. So makes sense that they're not taking it out too hard on each other. Gamba is live, by the way, everybody. As we said, get your internet points. See what you can come away with.
Alrighty, I am back. Can you hear me okay? Test.
Yes, you sound great, Jaws, as always.
Excellent. I did the incredibly complicated IT maneuver of unplugging it and plugging it back in, and that seems to do the trick.
Hey, you'd be surprised how often that works and how often people don't think of it.
Yep, exactly. All right. So, do you agree with Blood, or are you going PPP?
So I want the side of Tails Never Fails to win solely because of the Zerath. Not biased at all for the people. I'm just Tail Whip autoing the blue buff. Does not realize his jungler starting topside with a solo leash. That was weird. Took a tiny bit of damage. But I do think that Abarn and Spurg are going to clutch it out. Yes, as Blood says, ambitious pick with the scaling, the double scaling in the jungle mid. But if Bully doesn't make something happen, it's just what it's going to be. Like, they're going to be able to scale into this. That's kind of Abarn's specialty.
Yeah, it really is. I still think Tails Never Fails is going to pull this one out. I do agree with Blood. I think on paper their comp is stronger, and especially the Tony champion. I really like the Tony champion this time around. He can just do a lot more, as we see, and also Lemon on Morgana. Lemon's a great Morgana player, as we see Abarn getting chunked out early in the mid. Sorry, I'm watching directed camera. Abarn just got blasted, and so that's what I'm expecting to be most of this lane. And Xerath definitely has the range advantage, and Tony's a good enough player to take advantage of it. But in the bot lane, we're just going to see a poke
I don't know what
fest.
Espen's doing right now.
I love Tail Whip and Lemon right now, forcing the flash out. That is what we're expecting out of that bot lane. And Tristana Morgana, Tail Whip, obliterated game 1. So, things are looking good, and things are looking a little bit better for
Yeah,
J-Bob.
Stern must have got a caught under tower there or something. He is much lower than I would expect.
Yeah.
So he can just pop his W and absorb that. Yeah, maybe a bit of auto pathing from Espen that brought him like into melee range of the Tristana by himself. And sorry, not Spurg. I'm too used to him being on the Jarvan. Bully looking for potentially an early gank bot. Let's see it, Lemon. Espen no flash. Flash Q him. Do it.
Yeah, I want Ryoklu to walk up right up to that edge. They're playing it super safe.
Espen's gonna die here.
Espen, here we go. Just not getting the knock up.
For it.
Pretty much everything misses. Bully getting exhausted. He's going to keep going for it. I don't know if they're going to be able to get the return kill. Forced to flash out. Counter flash from Ryoklu. Bully survives. First blood going down on Tailwhip, from Tailwhip onto Ryoklu. Double kill, and that is an absolute disaster for PPP on what could have been a disaster gank. So kind of a squeaker, but Tails never fails got away, and Tail did not fail that one.
Like, Bully had the complete right idea. You gank the Soraka, who has no flash, but after the missed flag and drag, the missed Q from Lemon, the dark binding, they were home free. Ryoklu just got a little bit too much blood in her eyes when she saw how low Bully really dropped, but the heal from Tailwhip managing to just eke out enough to keep him alive and turn that null, just wasted time from the jungler into a 2-0 lead for Tailwhip at 4 minutes.
Yeah, it's exactly what they're looking for, especially with all of the gold getting onto Tailwhip. Going back, buying himself a Noon Quiver compared to the double long sword and the dagger. So they're just going to be able to, and that's already going to be a bit of a rough lane. So it's just going to be even worse. And Blood had mentioned in his analysis about the Soraka. I was actually expecting something a little bit more aggressive from Espen, but yeah, his pool does kind of get countered by the Morgana. Thresh is probably it's a skill match, but Morgana should win it if she plays her shield properly. Yeah, it's just I'm not sure. It doesn't look like something he's particularly comfortable on, considering he plays aggressive hook or playmaking champions.
Bully is back, willing to give up the crab just to gank bot again.
Oh, start the timer.
Oh my gosh.
I'm starting the timer. All right, cool. 30-second timer. Let's see how long he stays there.
Yeah, I'm interested. I mean, he's been sitting there for a good 20, but it's going to be forced. The issue will be forced. Spurg walking up right now. Again, Bully falling behind in early camps is down 13 CS because of his propensity to gank.
Is that a visual bug, or is he not sitting in the brush?
He has to be sitting in the brush.
Okay. He just walked over a ward, so they definitely know he's there.
Yeah. They definitely do now. He wasted a solid minute there.
That was 30 seconds.
Took,
I timed it.
Camps.
Don't worry, I timed it. I got you. Yep. Lemon.
Not what you wanted to see.
Not
but
quite.
I mean, it's the right idea. Just maybe a little bit of overcommitment of time as a resource.
Let's be real, Rudy. If he hadn't previously sat in a brush for at least 1 to 2 minutes, we would not be memeing this hard.
Correct. Yes.
So if they were any other jungle, we'd be like, yeah, okay, sounds good. It's like,
it's a flashless
so
lane.
long.
It's a flashless bot lane, right? You want to be there, especially on Jarvan, something that can easily gank early. J-Bob doing a much better job this time. I mean, he's down a couple waves, but it's much better to be down a couple waves than it is down a couple deaths.
Yep, and it looks like he took some notes from Blood, grabbing the early health and ability haste. He does have the dematerializer. Yep, he does have the dematerializer as well, as we see Spurg with a little bit of counter jungling. I believe he smited away the big chicken, so starting to get ahead, does have that kill. So yeah, all fairly even. As we see, Lemon landing another binding onto Ryoklu, silenced, rooted, but it doesn't matter. See you later. That's a kill. Lemon getting the last tick of Ignite, and this bot lane is starting to snowball out of control. Great start for Tails Never Fails. The signature character not failing. I'm gonna keep making that joke until somebody else
deciding that he everyone walking down a little bit, clears out the pink ward from the Dragon Pit, decides that he doesn't actually want any part in that. Level 6 Azir, not necessarily the biggest powerhouse, but does have his shuffle up and ready if they're looking to make something happen with the mid jungle duo. Looks like Spurg's not 6 yet. We'll hit that pretty soon, and Bully going back to farming. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, something I did want to call out.
That sounded sarcastic, but I am surprised.
That's true. He does like to kill things. I did want to call out, great deep wards by Spurg. While Bully was sitting in that brush, he was able to get a control ward, which still has not been discovered yet. So there's something. Great stun from Tony, just getting a little bit of chunk out. But those are the kind of skill shots that are going to allow him to get where he needs to go. He is a little bit low on mana, but he does have that lost chapter, so he should be a-okay. But Spurg now starting up the dragon. Bully is there, but priority very much inside in the land of Penguin Pajama Party. But the long range from Tony able to be there. Abarn goes in, shuffles, pops Bully, and Tail Whip though going in for the counter kill. Grabs it, says see you later. There's the flag and drag, but Tail Whip is able to dash his way out, but disrespects the Viego. Viego is now a Tristana. All things are very, very confusing. He's going to jump over the wall, try to get Lemon, jumps in, getting a double kill, and he is going to unfortunately die. Shut down Morgana on Morgana violence, and that's going to be probably in favor of the Penguin Pajama Party, but only slightly, as evidenced by the gold. Not much of a lead as we hit 9 minutes. Dragon's still on the table.
Dragon is still on the table. I think they went a little bit too hard on the Soraka, who'd already been chunked out of the fight. Bully did get her flash to start it all off, but then the DPS from Tony was delayed because he ulted and was trying to just complete that one while they got jumped on by the Viego. And then once the Jarvan's no longer on your team and it's the enemy jungle doing it, it's not nearly as much fun.
Yeah, and credit to the Viego, right? Able to do
Spurg did really well there, going in on tail at the end. Yep. Excellent job.
Yeah, absolutely. But Dragon is actually being started by Tails Never Fails, and looks like they're going to be able to get it uncontested. So even though there was a little bit of a kind of a mishap that got the Viego rolling, they're able to get Dragon number 1. Bully historically hyper prioritizing Dragon, doing a great job of getting his team at least 1 or 2 dragons in all of the games that he's putting in. He's got a good nose for it, good timing. And with a fed carry, that's going to help him out. Speaking of that bot lane, as we see the top lane a lot less, CS down, right? But we kind of expected that, right? Sarayan on one of his best champions against J-Bob.
Tony might not want to be where he is right now.
He may not want to be. Yeah, he looks like he's getting collapsed upon. He's going to back off. He's trying to make it happen. No, they're able to secure we missed in the bot lane. Ryoku just exploded Tail Whip, so that's not great for Tails Never Fails, but it is fantastic for the Penguin Pajama Party as the Varus gets moving. Varus needing those items to just start becoming a nuisance and siege down, and against a Varus, having that range is gonna be huge. As another stun lands down, Amarn just getting chunked once again, having to get out, and Tony is on pursuit, trying to do the dance, and he is landing absolutely every skill shot, trying to go for it, but has to cancel his ult early because Spurg is on the kill. Bully is there, but doesn't have a great angle. Stun goes down. Can Bully get the counter engage? There goes the slow, there goes the knock-up, there goes the dunk, and there goes the death. Kill going to the Jarvan, and Xerath walking right back into lane and just knocking Abarn for good measure. That is how we expected this lane to go, and it is exactly what Tails Never Fails wants. Sir Aaron, however, wanting to go in, misses the pull, and everybody's going to walk away. Gold lead still in favor of Penguin Pajama Party, but Tails Never Fails setting up their win condition quite nicely.
Honestly, the most impressive part of that exchange to me was Tony's awareness that Spurg was almost there. I speak from experience, and obviously Tony's a much better player than I am, but when I'm ulting on Xerath, all I am thinking about is how to hit those shots, But no, as soon as he saw the mist encroaching...
Wow!
Come on, Tony! Do something, Tony!
He got him.
It's worth it, Who cares? It's worth. It's worth to kill Abarn. Come on.
Let's be real. That's the Tony special. Like that is legitimately the Tony special. I'm gonna do something really cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do something really cool, and then just get punished mercilessly for it. So yeah.
Yeah, Spurg just doing Spurg things, being in the right place at the right time. And Herald's going down. Spurg's about to get a huge influx of gold. This Viego is gonna be massive here in a second.
Yeah, and that's going to be, great TP from Abarn as Bully goes in, make sure that the Herald gets popped, but Abarn stalling as much as he possibly can, trying to get as much tower as gone, but that actually just spiked them. That one play, we're like, oh, nice, Tony getting the kill. That one play of Herald landing on mid-outer not only right mid outer going down is huge in terms of macro. Flash flag and drag going in onto A-Barn, not able to make it happen. But they're setting up for the dragon. Looks like they've got priority. Oh, actually, Spurg is
I
back.
think the Drake's not for a minute or two still.
Oh no,
right?
yeah, it's for another. Okay, yeah, they're setting up. Spurg is backing. They're not going to worry about it, but they've got pretty much everything they want. And Spurg does not. He does have flash.
Forces his ult out.
Yeah, he had ult out.
Tony ulting is A-Barn.
Wow.
Yep, there it is.
See ya.
That's the Xerath Azir matchup we were talking about, huh?
Yeah, that's kind of what we were expecting, and we were hoping, because we look in the op.gg and we're like, oh yeah, looking pretty good, but you never know until you bring him out into competition, and Tony's doing great, landing his skill shots and doing well as Lemon splits the uprights again. He's been pretty solid, landing those bindings, not so much this time. That's all right. Going to continue on, but yeah, fairly even as we're approaching the 14-minute mark, and looks like this next dragon, we've got a decent amount of vision on both sides. We got a control ward in the pit, but then we've got the scuttle on the side of the Pajama party. So, and also, unlike last game, both top laners have teleports. So
Yes.
I'm expecting a slugfest leading into this first one, and I'm curious how much poke Tony's going to be able to get down before they hit the go button in order to try to set up a tail whip preset.
I am glad you brought up the top lane because I did want to call it out. Obviously, props to Sir Aaron, right? He's doing what he's done the last couple. Oh, J-Ball, I was just about to compliment you. You're right. You're fine. You're out. Yeah, props to Sir Aaron. Like, he's winning this lane, and he's winning this lane very hard. The man's up like 45 farm at this point. He's been doing that all night. But J-Bob showing improvement over the course of a series. Currently hasn't died yet, which that was not true. Oh, Lemon flashes in with the R.
Yeah, he does. Misses the binding, though, and Ryoklu looking for the counter engage. Teleport comes down. Double teleport, actually. Yeah, Espen is there. Ryoklu is there. Teleport... Actually, I believe it got canceled. Teleport got canceled, I think.
It did.
Wow, Ryoklu thought that she had the support coming in, but Tony gets the snipe and the shutdown. Sir Aaron forcing the flash out from J-Bob, but I believe... Can I get a producer confirmation that J-Bob canceled that teleport? I believe he did. We didn't have it on camera. But if he did, that was a huge turnaround, and it looks like it's going to be Dragon number 2 for Tails Never Fails. Spurg's coming down, trying to potentially get a kill, but Tony is there and zoning. They need to finish. It's just hitting you, dude. You need to finish this thing off. They're really afraid of it. Oh, and that's why Viego getting the kill. And pays for it with his life. A-Barn gets bully. Wow, that is spicy. Nicely done. I honestly think Spurg got in his head a little bit. I think if they had rushed that thing down, they wouldn't have given him enough time to get into thing. But what do I know? I don't play jungle.
No, that's way too hard. I can't do things where I have to, like, CS, and jungle camps count as CS.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah, can't do it. Too much.
Although
too much
playing support, you don't even have to do that. Oh man, here comes Sir Aaron doing the back. Was that a robodope? A little bait out? Now it's just going to be two dudes slapping each other. Sir Aaron trying to pull as much as he can, and he does have that shield fully loaded, and he's just going to try to push this thing back in. Does not have teleport, as we had said before, but he's going to want to back off. How much gold does he have in his pocket? He's got about 1,400 gold, so he's going to go back, grab himself something. But wow, what a grab from Spurg to make sure that the team stays in this game, and also still has a slight but still some gold lead 16 minutes in. I'd love to see what the gold totals look like right now.
Let's take a look. Wow,
Tony's
up like 1,400.
Yeah,
That's
but
a-
look
that's a
at
lot of gold.
Viego. Yeah, but
Viego's
Viego's
up
up. Yeah.
2,500. Oh my gosh, Spurg having himself a game right now.
Yeah, he's doing really well. Lemon getting chunked out. He's going to have to back. Ryoklu starting to come online as well. Has the Kraken Slayer.
Bully behind.
Bully
2v2.
is behind. Is able to get the double knockout. That is gorgeous. Tony with the aerial assault. He is on a rampage.
Wow.
So that is just a decimation of the bot lane. They're going to push that one down. They should be able to get that bot outer, no problem. But meanwhile, Rift Herald going down. This is the A-Barn Classic. Oh, you want something? Great. We're going to take something back. Can Tony defend? He does have J-Bob to help him out, so they should be able to protect that inner. But as they grab the bot outer, mid outer going down as well. And that is the macro play from Penguin Pajama Party. But
Oh my gosh, he
in
hurt
order
so
to
much.
macro, you're going to have to micro, and you cannot micro if you're getting hit with Xerath Qs all day.
Yeah, Tony is showing us right now why people were saying this matchup is so favored for the Xerath.
Yeah.
That does not look like fun. And it's a game within a game, you know. You got to spend so much time dodging all that stuff. You can't think about the other 7 things you're supposed to be thinking about.
Yeah, and that's true. And right, the more individual pressure that I want to really emphasize this, the more individual pressure Tony can put on Avarn, the less brain cells he's going to have to make macro calls, right? If he's too busy dodging stuff, he's not going to be able to make the calls that he needs to make, or maybe he's distracted for just a split second as we see J-Bob's ulti being baited out once again by Sir Aaron. I think J-Bob's seeing footsteps. Like, he's been ganked multiple times, and it looks like he's just preemptively assuming, oh yeah, Spurg is here.
Hey, I mean, he's down 50 farm, but the important thing is he's down 50 farm and not 5 kills.
Owie. Oh. Yeah, we didn't really mention Luden's Tempest plus 2 needlessly large rods, so pure damage coming out from
Isn't
Tony.
that Luden's Echo anymore? Did they change the name when they did the rework?
It's called Luden's Tempest.
I believe you. I didn't realize it.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, I mean,
They're
you gotta fight around
everything.
your gold here. You gotta fight around your gold. This is gonna be a heck of a game. I'll tell you what. I'm excited.
It already is, man. What are you talking about?
I'm thinking about
ulti
these
actually being
fights.
popped in the mid lane. I think he was going for Ryoko.
backing off
Yeah, he was
his
going for
feet.
Ryoko. Did not knock her out. Teleport coming down from Avarn. Avarn's looking for the shuffle. Flashes. Tony flashing over the wall. Counter jump from Spurg. Spurg gets the shutdown. Bully is there. I don't know if he's going to help out. Grabs a chicken for his troubles. And not able to get a whole lot outside of a quick W. And the rest of the team has joined them in the mid lane. They are knocking on the door of this mid inner. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, J-Bob shoving his way down. So it looks like it's going to be a bit of a desperate defense of mid inner. Bully's going to have to be careful he doesn't get completely chunked out. He does get chunked out, so he's going to have to back off. And they're just trying to buy as much time as they possibly can for J-Bob to knock out that bot inner, but it's not going to happen. Mid inner goes down. Spur gets knocked up. Bully punishing the dive, but they're paying for it with the mid inner and not really getting anything for it.
TP coming in.
Yep, TP
Tony's
is
TP
coming in, trying to get the flank. Tony is... There goes Bully jiving in on Avarn. There goes the bounce, gets the turret and the Soraka. Great flank from J-Bob. Sir Aaron's trying to keep himself as alive as long as he can in the death realm with Tony. Tony, however, showing the feet. Fancy feet, not going to survive, but will take Sir Aaron down with him, I hope. Yeah, he is. Nice job, J-Bob.
Okay.
That's going to be a very dirty
there.
ace. Long play, shut down, and all told, we're back even at 20 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, 6-kill diff, even Drake's a turret and some farm in favor of the Penguin Pajama Party. My goodness, yeah, Tony got a little big for his britches there, poking everybody out, and then got run up on by the Azir with the flash shuffle R, but then again, Spurg diving under tower, looking for those resets, didn't quite get it, and then obviously you all saw the flank that happened. Quite the series of events as this next Drake is spawned, and the teams are looking to scuffle once more. Scuttle Control will go over to the side of Tails Never Fails, and they are on this first, gonna get it started up. Can Spurg steal another? We shall find out.
Yeah, they need to just speed this one down. They have a Tristana. Like, they just need to go. Like, go. Oh, they're hesitating. Oh, they're waiting for Tony. They need Tony.
Oh, Spurg's in the pit early.
Spurg is in the pit very, very early. Bully's going to go in. He knows he has Tony for the long range engage. They're able to obliterate Avarn. Ryoku, however, getting smite off the table.
Yep, Smite's dead.
Dragon, meanwhile, is just hitting them, and Ryoku's trying to make something happen. Ryoku gets the... Ryoku's just like trying to knock this one out. Yeah, they're just going to take this dragon, no problem. Binding on Sir Aaron. They don't really care. Man, that is rough. It looked like they had it with the pick onto Avarn, but Bully just going way too deep. And once that smite is off the table, so is Dragon for Tail Never Fails.
Yeah, absolutely. Great flash from Lemon on the tail of that, by the way, to dodge Ryoku's R and stay alive at the very end of that fight. Good job, Lemon. I see you. Just got to shout out the sports, you know?
Oh, for sure. Oh, yeah, and I forgot to mention, we do have chem plants. We didn't really mention, we do have chem plants in play, so that could be a factor.
It's a lot of health and a lot of vision.
It is,
can
in
really
fact,
keep you on the map.
A thing that is a part of the Rift now. So, yeah, and it looks like everybody's kind of settling down.
That's weird. You don't seem enthusiastic about it, Jaws.
Yeah, well, it's just another thing to pay attention to. But anyway, Yeah, it looks
Not
like
the game you used
things
to
are
know.
settling down. Tail Whip's grabbing his red buff. Abarn's farming away.
Mhm.
And yeah, now we're getting into that, moving towards that 30, that magical 30-minute mark. Baron is on the table as well, with the dragon down, and we're gonna start to see some
Mhm.
big fights, and I'm just curious to see if they're going to be able to make it happen, because Bully has really been forcing some of these engages, potentially going a little too deep and not being as patient as he wants to be. Wow, Tony just whiffed every single one of those.
Yeah.
And they do have the pick potential. Abar
Oh,
getting rooted
Lemon.
once again. Tony able to snipe him out. Ryoklu, wow, that
No,
was
Tail Whip with the-
gorgeous from
Tail
Tail
Whip with
Whip.
the insect.
They got both carries down, and this should be the Baron. Spur trying to push J-Bob out, but this is all Tails never fails, and they are going to try to knock out one more person. Death Realm going down. Bully versus Sir Aaron. Bully flashing out, buying as much time as he can. Gonna try to get out of the realm. Sir Aaron getting himself out of there, but the smite is off the table. Go get yourselves a Baron, y'all. You have earned it. Double carry on an absolutely gorgeous knockback from Tail Whip, getting Ryoklu 2 for the price of 1.
Even before that, like Lemon hit the binding on the Azir, which is what started that entire thing. The man's on point right now with the Morgana. A couple of late shields that we don't need to call out, but is hitting those Qs when they matter, locking those targets down. And yeah, Abarn is not quite having the game this one that he did last time.
No, he's not.
Which is, it happens. He's got time.
No,
He's got
it
time
absolutely happens. But less him and more, this is why they were banning Morgana, right? Like Morgana was being banned from Lemon for a reason, and he's absolutely showing it right now. I have to call out again that Tail Whip positioning himself to W in and then knock Ryoklu back was just absolutely bananas, and I'm gonna have to watch a replay of that. I didn't see it, but just like, wait, where did she come from? And she just like magically appeared and just exploded.
He got the insect. It was pretty sick.
Man, and J-Bob face tanking the turret, and Sir Aaron just overstepping. We saw that a couple of times, just getting absolutely punished, and Tony is just in full artillery mode, just forcing a flash straight out from Espen, and they're gonna take this mid-inner pretty much for free. Force the teleport as well from Azir to try and defend this one, but just the chunks from
Ryoklu.
Yeah, Ryoklu's gone. The Rabadon's Death Cap, Luden's Tempest, Tony, yikes. That is a 400 AP Xerath, and that is going to be inhibitor number 1 in this game 3. As Bully going for another kill, goes for the dunk. He has full trust in his team coming from behind. Tail Whip flashing forward. They are feeling it, and there is a reason. Tail Whip getting another kill. 8, 3, and 8, and a farewell route from Lemon onto Abarn. Sir Aaron respawning, trying to make something happen, but they're just going to retreat away. Actually, maybe not. Oh my God, are they going to go
two more kills, and that's
Sir
the
Aaron
end.
is super chunked, and there really isn't the hard CC needed to peel away. That is the downside of that Soraka pick. They don't have the hard CC to stop this team from just continuing to walk up, walk back, and walk up.
Yeah, I mean, Sir Aaron definitely had the lead coming out of lane, but that's just, he's no longer the threat that he was, because Tail Whip is just so scaled, right? I mean, he might not take a lot of damage from the Xerath, but Tail Whip is melting whoever and whatever gets in front of him. And I mean, to that end, Ryoklu also is doing hellacious damage with this Varus build, but she just doesn't have the chance to do so because she can't move for 3 seconds, because that's how Morgana's Q works.
Yeah,
Super
absolutely. The other thing is just the range difference, right? The range difference on this team. It's especially as Tail Whip continues to gain levels, right? That range difference is going to get more and more and more. Oh, sorry, no, that's Old Tristana. Ignore me. Anyway,
does it not scale with range anymore? I believed you.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
I'm
old. Anyway, no, it does. Okay, thank God. All right, this game changes so often, I just assumed that I was wrong. But no, her attack range does. Thank God, her passive hasn't changed that much. But yeah, no, her. Nice. So yeah, the range is there. But the Xerath, oh my God, Tony, have yourself a game.
This Soraka's had a rough time of it.
Oh, Ryoklu actually almost stole that. That was pretty sick.
It got down to like 52.
Yep. Yeah, that was pretty close. That was we saw a couple wild Ryoklu steals last series with the Ezreal in particular. I think she did steal a Baron with a Varus Q, if I recall.
I was playing some solo Q with her the other day, and she stole something with a Kaisa W, and
that doesn't surprise me.
What I expected.
I think Luciv did that one season.
He's not that good. He's pretty washed.
That's true. Yeah, you don't want to feed the ego. He'll be in chat. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then he'll do it in a game, and I'll be like, yeah. So yeah.
No,
Anyway,
but I mean,
speaking
they're
of which,
just taking turrets as they please at this
no,
point.
it's all yeah for Tails Never Fails. 27 minutes in, approaching 28. They are cruising down. Inhibitor 1 down. They are in total control of the map. Look at that gorgeous ward triangle dropped by Lemon in the boss side jungle. They know exactly what they want to do in the siege. They got the passive push down in the mid lane, and they are just going to let Tony take pot shots at this team, and there's really not a whole lot that the Penguin Pajama Party can do about it. Continuing on, they banned the Fizz, and I think they thought, oh yeah, all right, we're going to be good, but this Xerath is nasty, and I wouldn't be surprised to see it potentially drawing bans in future series. As Tony goes for the ulti, goes for the long range, he's just been absolutely smashing Espen's face.
He's just trying to make sure Espen can't play the game.
He gets the chance. Oh boy, it's just been a rough one for Espen on this Soraka. Sir Aaron, see you later. Tail whip, dominating. Bully going golden, sacrificing for his buddy. Tail whip jumping in, getting the double kill. Abarn, see you later. Triple kill for Tail whip on this Tristana. He is just cruising down, and I think this is going to be it.
Ryoklu, you gotta go hit tail whip. No, go that way. Yeah, I don't know. I
think Ruby's too scared to hit tail because tail's just gonna W in.
Can I see the score lines just really quick? What is Lemon at? Has he died? Oh, once. Okay, cool. Thank you. We can go back to the full screen. Thank you, Mr. Producer Joe, sir.
Died one. Oh, there's the snipe. All right. She got him.
Okay.
Good job. Hey, nice Ryoklu. No, dude, Ryoku's respecting. This is a mad respect for just how fed this team is, and also the fact that Tail Whip will 100% tower dive her and be able to do it and get away with it. Yeah. You know, like that's, we're almost 30 minutes in. Xerath's about to respawn. They're going to try and take advantage of something. We've got
Baron's up here in a minute. Yeah.
Yep.
Baron's talk about the 180. Let's look at the score lines in the top lane. Look at that. J-Bob still down some farm, but at this point, really doesn't matter. You have an almost 3-item Scion with all that passive health stacked up, and the Mordekaiser at this point, probably pretty even on gold, I'd say.
He's just being a weak side William.
Yeah.
There is no higher calling than being a weak side William. And I respect J-Bob for accepting that role, embracing that role, and
I miss your rumble.
Leading it to a dub.
I miss your rumble. It was always a great time. Okay, Abarn's trying to rush the Baron down, but everybody is here. Xerath's on the way, but he is in range as of like right now. Yep, there it is.
Bully's coming in. Oh, but he loses the smite by being on the wrong side of a couple of those. Abarn going gold, and I don't think it's gonna be enough. Oh, tail whip with the last tick, just lasting long enough. He is gonna die though, and they need to be really, really careful because this Viego is gonna go absolutely bananas. They are in full retreat mode. Tony able to get the no, actually not really able to get much, and we are seeing Ryoklu kind of going bananas alongside this Viego, and that is a fight that they wanted. Abarn sacrificing himself. That's a 2-for-1 plus Baron in favor of the Penguin Pajama Party, and they're going to turn this one around. And
huge turnaround.
Tails Never Fails needs to regroup right now.
Gold's almost even right now. They're going to push in, crack the base open themselves, and that Drake is also going to be spawning in about a minute. Puts whichever team gets it on soul points, so not quite the soul yet at 32 minutes in. But, I mean, that was huge from the sides of, Penguin Pajama Party. Man, why did they choose such a hard name to play? But Spurg goes in, forces the flash out, Bully goes in, forces the flash out from Aaron.
I mean, Rudy, let's be real, you know why they did it, so that we would have to say it as many times as possible and just, like, stumble over our words. But that's all right. Yeah, like you said, 32
like
minutes
7 syllables.
Penguin Pajama Party. It is exactly 7 syllables. Well done.
What can I say, man?
Did you count? Did you count?
No, I guessed.
Are you sure?
No, I'm lying to you. I absolutely counted. Why wouldn't I count? It's not that hard to count.
Caught him. Yeah, Tails Never Fails is a lot easier. So it's all right. It's my job.
I don't like saying TP.
Gotta get to the truth. Anyway, TP coming in. Sir Aaron's rolling in. We are going to have another explosive fight. Tony's a little bit far up, but he's Xerath. He doesn't need to be close. So yeah, 32 minutes. But the inhibitors have respawned for Penguin Pajama Party, and now they have supers marching down that mid-range. Unfortunately for them, this is going to be a nice, a nice push down. But man, I think they figured this one out. Just don't let Tony sit back and knock you out. Wow, that is going to be a dive in. Jungler goes down. Bully's down, and I believe J-Bob is a zombie as well. Ryoklu, however, on a killing spree, but Taleb is in the back. Taleb is resetting. Is Taleb going to get a pentakill? He potentially could. He goes golden. That's a triple. Tony is chasing things down. He does have the flash. He wants it. There's the slow. Taleb, ooh, just out of reach. That was all the makings of a pentakill for him, and he kind of wanted it. But I think they're just going to settle for an inhibitor.
Yeah, I don't know why his stopwatch there. It would have been a pentakill if he didn't waste his time.
I know.
Come on, Tail.
What's his problem surviving?
Yeah, what the heck?
Anyway, that was wild.
Yeah.
Mid inhibitor goes.
Honestly, like the difference.
Mid inhibitor goes down. Oh, they're gonna get bot too. Yeah, they're gonna.
Lemon got the black shield on Taleb before he went into the Mordekaiser ult, which made all the difference in terms of Taleb just beating the crap out of Sir Aaron.
Oh, Tail get it. Oh, Tail get it. No. Oh, his attack speed steroid ran out. Oh, that was unfortunate. His attack speed steroid ran out halfway through that inhibitor. Oh, that's rough.
All good. They managed to knock it down. Got the double inhib and the dragon off that play. Are on soul point, back up a little bit of gold. We're getting to the point of the game where most people have enough. Spurry is not where he wants to be. I don't think he knew they were in that bush.
Oh, that's
Taleb jumped in. Azir behind though. Lemon's gonna die.
Yeah, Abarn's here, and Taleb is out of mana. They were caught on a reset, and this is actually going to be really, really good for the Penguin Pajama Party. Both carries go down, plus support for good measure in exchange for the jungler. And frankly, they don't really need a jungler to start knocking down more turrets. I think they're probably going to go for just kind of a stabilizing situation, but that was not what they wanted, and they definitely overstayed on that one.
Yeah, apologies. I got so excited I started shot calling there. That's my bad.
It is fun.
No, it got real hectic. They thought they had to pick on Spurry, but turns out they were just a little bit too deep in enemy territory. As I was saying, like most of all core items are completed at this point, and people are just amping up their build. Tail Whip is half of an item off with that QSS, finishes that up into the Mercurial, and they are pushing a little bit further. Tail's back up in 3 seconds, though, so I don't think they lose too much other than maybe the matching inhib on the bot side to make that map symmetrical.
Yeah, they really want that bot inhib, but that might be, that's going to be a bit too much. They're going to crack the base, which is great. This is where Terrace Nova Fails could get a little bit. Terrors never fares. I can talk. Game 3, folks. This is where Tails Never Fails could run into trouble, because this is where Bully may want to force an engage, right? So this is where his better angels, aka his teammates, are going to be like, yo, let's chill, let's figure it out, let's let Tony get picks, let's let Lemon get picks, because Lemon and Tony have been working together to do so much stuff, and then Bully's follow up has been really solid, right? When Bully goes in first, that seems to be where they've been getting into trouble. So I really want to see them be patient with the bindings, the Morgana bindings, and the Xerath bindings, right? We haven't even talked about that fact that Xerath has a pretty solid long range stun. So if they can just chill out and let Xerath and Lemon, let Xerath throw haymakers at them, like they've got a great situation. They just, J-Bob and Bully need to be really, really, really careful with their trigger fingers right now.
Yeah. Apologies, I did miss the last 20 seconds of what you just said. My headset died, but I am back here now.
Bully,
Bully,
don't go first. That's my summary. Bully, don't go first.
That makes sense. Yes.
Yeah. Cool.
I like that. Honestly, don't go. Just let
Bully,
Xerath do his
don't
thing.
go. Oh my God, Espen, another one.
Yeah, he
That
missed
is
2 shots there. One more would have killed Espen.
Yeah.
That was probably with Sirach ult. I didn't actually see, but I'm assuming.
He did not pop Sirach ult.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got 6 charges on that puppy. Woof.
I love that change.
It's so the tooltip is recast up to 6 times, which I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Chad, that means he fires it 7 times. Oh boy. All right, so they're looking for a potential angle. J-Bob sees Ryoklu all by her lonesome. Sir Aaron pulls Tony into the Shadow Realm, so he's not going to be able to artillery. Ryoklu's alone. Ryoklu's going to try to wear J-Bob down. Spurg is looking for resets, and Tail Whip GA is popped, so he's going to be coming back up. There's the double kill. Who is going to reset first? Oh, wow, what an incredible stop. And Tail Whip is now just a gravestone double kill from Abarn, and oh my God, did they just flip this thing into a win? I think they did.
Yeah, no, it's over.
Wow.
They're going to just march down here, and incredible comeback. As we called out, they didn't have the lane matchups, but they had the scaling on the side of the Penguin Pajama Party. And somebody said it in chat earlier, Spurg has the ability to 1v5 this game, and he just one-shot Tail Whip Tail could not get away, even past the GA. A-Barn goes golden in the fountain. And that is it for the first series of
Wow.
TCL.
Sorry, I'm rewatching this. I'm trying to see what bounced tail whip.
It was the Spur took over Scion and knocked him up with his Q. It was pretty slick.
I finally saw it. It's like,
Yeah.
wow, that's insane.
Yeah,
That
Spurg started the series with a fancy play with the flash steadfast presence from Poppy and ended it with
Man.
another one on the what's that champion called? I just blanked so hard.
Sign?
No, not that one.
Oh, I don't know.
It's fine. Viego, sorry, thank you.
Viego. Oh, Viego, a
Um,
champion League of Legends, of course.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. But yeah, exciting, electric, explosive end from the pajama parties to clinch
Ooh.
the first series
Yeah.
of the season.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, this is gonna be a tough one. What an incredible series. Absolute heartbreaker for Tails Never Fails. They had that game. And I don't know how they do it. They just somehow A-Barn's teams just figure out a ways to not lose.
They pick scaling. That's how they do it. They pick scaling.
I mean, but to be fair, both of these teams scale fairly well, right?
Yeah,
like Tristana scales, Xerath scales, Scion scales. Like they all kind of scale. But yeah, I mean, normally I would go total series, but I feel like that catching Tail in that last fight, like with that bounce, that won them the series,
no doubt,
straight up. Because if Tail had completed that jump, he would have gotten behind Ryoklu, gotten a reset, and potentially been able to Goomba stomp his way to a kind of a counter carry. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's what I think. I think, to quote Blug, Spurg MVP.
Yeah, we're on the same page here. Get in here, Spurg.
All right.
Congratulations, hey, Spurg. Interview time.
Oh, you guys made a mistake in choosing me.
Oh wait, who do you think should have won MVP?
Oh, you're asking me. All right. For I don't know. I mean, of course, A-Barn, natural team leader, but
I didn't want to feed his. To be fair, I just didn't want to feed his ego. That's why I didn't pick him.
I mean, I'm not picking him. I mean, he would just be the natural choice, but he's not my choice.
Oh, absolutely not. Hard veto. Sorry.
It's definitely gonna be Sir Aaron in this case for me if I were the one choosing. He kind of held it down in all those games where the rest of us weren't really doing all that well, and we kind of played through him a lot of the time, especially on these Mord picks, where it's, just send him off on his own, let him do his thing, and he's gonna ult somebody, get a pick, and I mean that's kind of what won the game there in that last team fight was, they blew everything to try and pick the Mord, and he just ults Tony, kills him, and ult their highest damage player, and we don't have to worry about anything the rest of that fight.
No, that's absolutely true. Mr. Producer, if you would so choose, we can have co-MVPs. So Spurg, we selected you specifically because Tail was kind of that last hope, and that mid jump cancel was just gorgeous timing. So I want to call that out. Sir Aaron, congratulations. Spurg has actually nominated you for MVP. So we're gonna have a double interview. You absolutely obliterated your lane all 3 games. You had a clutch Death Realm on Tony after he just made y'all's lives miserable that game 3. How you feeling right now?
I'm very, very glad we won. I was getting a little worried. They had gotten very, very close. There's a few times I had made a few misplays, so I felt kind of like it was going to be tough, coming off of last season. But we pulled through in the end, and that's what matters. So I'm very happy with the win.
Yeah, I mean, you're in here for your consistency throughout the series, and Spurg, I'll be honest, I voted for you for your flashy plays. Early in the first game, the flash Poppy EW, whatever, when you denied the Tristana jump over the Dragon Pit, you didn't get anything out of it. Sorry, all you got out of that was
it was so good. You're making Rudy choke.
It looked really, really cool. So props.
I was disappointed too because I said exactly what I was going to do like 15 seconds before it happened. I was like, he's going to walk up and then he's going to walk down and then jump over the wall and I'm going to flash W him. But by that time,
awesome.
Ryoklu and Espen had returned to lane, which is, I think, the appropriate call there. So all I got was this flash, but...
it looked good. And then at the end there, taking over the Scion, knocking up the Tristana. You started flashy, you ended flashy. You guys came out with the dub. Congratulations on your week 1 victory. Dropping games a little bit earlier this season than you did last on Go Mega. What's going to be the key to victory as we continue forward?
The thing's the confidence in each other, We had our first game, need a little bit to kind of get together. I think definitely we didn't play super to what we could have in that first game. So I think it's just keep the confidence, keep the trust, and few more games of practice, and I think we'll be just fine for future teams.
Awesome. I want to follow up on that. What do you think was the biggest difference between game 1 and game 3, besides Viego?
I think it was honestly just like a little bit of draft, right? Like their comp just like beat us blow for blow.
Prior.
The Briar and the Renata.
The
Renata
Renata
basically
really
just
did it because
yeah.
they got that little lead, and then that Renata just like makes it so you can't fight on the Razor's Edge anymore because they're gonna come out on top every single one of those because they don't die. So
Got it.
you have to have nearly 100% success rate on any gank, or else it's just gonna turn around and snowball the opposite way.
So you feel like the draft adjustment, so removing, adding the Briar and the Renata really kind of change the complexion of the series from there forward?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think they trolled a little bit of Game 2 draft. Like, I don't know what was going on, but
Okay.
I felt that once we got those picks out of the way, like, I was never worried about any pick. It was just overall, like, what is our game plan? Are we making sure that we're, just doing smart things, making sure that we're not running it? So I think that was one of the biggest things.
Awesome. All right, Rudy.
I think a lot of questions here, boys. It was a pretty exciting one to start us off. So gotta thank you for that. Kept all the viewers on the edge of their seats as we open up season 7 of TCL. And yeah, just once more, congratulations on the week 1 win.
Yeah. Thanks, y'all.
Yeah,
Last question, the most important question. Do y'all have anything you'd like? Anything? Oh, did they leave? No. All right. Anything y'all would like to say to your adoring fans at home?
Hey, we appreciate the support. We it's sad we have to take down Tailwhip from the previous year, but onwards and upwards. And I think we're just all excited to see how the season ends, see how playoffs go.
Yeah, and I mean we have a very similar team to what we had last year. We just removed the weakest link, and I feel like we're even more unstoppable.
All right, that's what I like to hear. I did say this series was going to be a spice rack, so I appreciate you bringing the spice in the interview. Thank you all so much. Congratulations. Go celebrate with your team.
See you guys.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
All right, so Rudy, that's gonna do it. I know that it's been a long night, but not a great night, but a long night. And we've been kind of going at it for 3 hours. I actually can see it, 3 hours and 7 minutes and 57 seconds and counting. Any last final thoughts on this series, this season opener? Which honestly, I don't know. I couldn't have asked for anything more.
I think that everything that needs to be said has been said. I'm sure we'll see so much more tomorrow in the memes channel, the general, and the spirit of flame. Excited to see what thoughts come through as we head into the next series, which will be my team, Ride or Die versus another team, and I don't even remember who we're playing.
Good
Give me a
prep.
second.
Nice to see your prep.
I totally do know who we're playing.
Are you
I
captain,
just
or
don't-
have you?
Oh
have
yeah,
you-
I'm the captain.
Oh, okay, cool.
You think
So
I'd give up
you're a
power,
captain. You
Jaws?
don't know who you're playing.
I have notes in my spreadsheet. It's just not in
Okay,
front of me.
cool. It's just, yeah. I don't know, I can see it scrolling through the mirror. Anyway,
Yeah, I know. I'm looking for it.
all right. Well, while you're looking for it, I'm gonna say one more thing that's very, very important. Big shout out to Joa Rookstout, our producer. He has been fantastic every step of the way, giving us the deets, giving us the timings, giving us the call-ins, the call-outs, everything. Rudy, thank you so much for being an awesome co-caster. Second season opener, and most importantly, thanks to all of you at home for hanging out with us, giving us your armchair analysis. Also, big shout out to Blood for popping in for Game 3, giving his on-stream armchair analysis. I am Jaws. Thank you so much for joining us. Rudy, do you have your opponent yet?
I do. Everyone, as he said, thank you for joining tonight, and please join us again tomorrow for the season opener, the season premiere of Ride or Die, my team versus Swiss's squad, titled "Drink More Water." Good advice for everybody, but hopefully they drown.
That's wow. Okay, well, that if you drown, you are drinking a lot of water, so you are following their instructions. Anyway, folks, drink more water. Please don't drown. Stay hydrated. Have a wonderful evening, and we will see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.